Welcome. I'm echoing. Welcome to Fullerton College Football on Sportsnet, USA.net.
So, Mark, it looks like Fullerton's going to get the ball to start with Jared Peters and Desmond Duffy back deep for the Hornets.
So Peters and Duffy are back deep. Goes to Desmond Duffy, who has it go out of the end zone. So as we look at today's game, well, we'll have quarterbacks that are coming back. Toby Schmidt will be coming back at quarterback for your Hornets tonight. You look at Schmidt so far this season, 292 yards, averages 146 yards a game. So we should see what he does. The running attack has been prolific. Elkas Vakapuna, 180 yards, averaging 60 yards a game. Schmidt comes out at quarterback, Vakapuna at running back. Quentin Henry Jr. to the near side of the field. First down and 10, right at the 25 for your Hornets. Schmidt goes back. Here comes the pressure. Steps up, flings it to the middle of the field. Incomplete. So Toby looking for somebody to throw to. Quickly tries to get it out there. Aiden Bravo at the far side of the field. Staying on this near side of the field is Quentin Henry Jr. Bakapuna is still in the backfield. Second down and 10 at the 25 for your Hornets. They hand it off to Vakapuna. Vakapuna goes off a left tackle. If he gets a yard, not much more than that, Corey, it's going to bring up a difficult third down play.
Yeah, critical third down, especially to start the ball game. They need something that's positive to go with. Mikado Walker is the center. Right guard will be Hayden Frazier. Left guard is Hayden Frazier. Right guard is Riley Miller. Right tackle, Braden Cook. And left tackle will be Preston Jeffs.
Miles Brown to the near side of the field. Logan Lester stacked behind him. Schmidt on the all by himself. Overshoots his receiver, and he had somebody in the flat where nobody was on him. Would have been enough for a first down.
Yeah, but he had Miles Brown wide open deeper down the right side of the field. If he lays some air under it just a little bit more, Miles Brown makes the catch, and he's still running.
Christian Kurtz is going to be back for the Mount San Jacinto Eagles. So Kurtz back deep. He'll stand just inside the 40-yard line. Kurtz has only had one kick. Wobbler blocked down the way. And once again, special teams gets a big break for the Eagles from Mount San Jacinto.
Bryce Terhue was in there for the Eagles, as well as Eddie Smith. And Charles Villarreal took a long time. Fumbled the snap just a little bit. Took his time gathering the ball, took his time with his steps, and by the time he punted, easily blocked by the Eagles. Great field position for them.
Coming out at quarterback is going to be Logan Gonzalez. Averages 276 yards a game. 5 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions so far this season. Valencia to the near side of the field. Inside the slot there is going to be Kurtz. Logan looks over things. Fakes it, rolls out into zone. Kurtz going across the middle of the field. Touchdown Eagles! So he quickly throws it out and gets it to Christian Kurtz, who just pulls it in. That is Kurtz's first touchdown of the year. Averages 40 yards a game, 9 yards a catch. It's 6-0 with 13:58 to go.
Exactly the way the Eagles wanted to start. Moises Amesquita will do the kicking. 2 for 6 field goals, extra points. He's 6 for 6 this season.
Ball is spotted, kick is up, and there's a flag on the play, but the kick was Now, I didn't get a signal if it was good.
It was good.
Okay. And it's against the Hornets. Let me see if it's an illegal substitution. Exactly what it is an illegal substitution. So as you saw a player on from the Hornets running in at the last moment, that means that they already had a substantial amount on the field. So they add the extra one, and in turn, that wazoos them. So, well, the Eagles do what the Eagles do, and the Hornets did exactly what the duo head coaches said, we can't do this game. We cannot make a mistake. And they started off with 3 and out, and then a botched punt, and they're down with 13:58 to go here in the first quarter, 7-0. An atrocious start for your Hornets.
To say the least. So both teams come in at 2-1 on the young season. San Jacinto's coming off of a win, I believe it was 22-16 over Moore Park. And their other win was against Centris. Fullerton bounced back against East LA last week, 44-3, after a gruesome game against College of the Canyons.
So Casey Mazzotta's down there and saying, okay, well, thought there was a penalty. They called it illegal substitution against the Hornets. It was declined. Duffy back deep. Again in the end zone, so they will start once again without touching it. Well, now we'll see what the Hornets are made of, Corey. They need to come out and answer. And this is something we saw in game number 2 of the season, where all of a sudden adversary moments came up and the team did not react well to them. That was from the coaches. We'll see what happens as Vakapuna is going to stay in the backfield. Toby Schmidt staying in at quarterback. Near side of the field, Quentin Henry Jr. out to the near side of the field. First down and 10 at the 25-yard line. They hand it off to Vakapuna. He gets headhunted, taken down at the 26.
Nate Frankfather was in on the tackle. I mean, he was shot out of a missile, feeling the outside and making that stop. We'll get to the defense and some of those key players for the Eagles in just a moment.
The ends flip-flop, so Aiden Bravo comes to the near side of the field for the Hornets along with Kavion Bills. Run it again. Vakapuna gets stood up at the line of scrimmage. The offensive line is not moving anybody. And we got told by Casey Mazzotta, his defensive line, Corey Neyland, is the deal.
Yeah, he said it's one of his best defensive lines he's ever had. So Jonas Sellers was in there on the tackle. He's one of the team captains, 6'4", 291 from Moreno Valley. Big kid, 6'4", 291, but the speed off the ball is what really made that play happen.
3rd down and 9 at the 26 for the Hornets. They've got 1 yard total offense in 2 plays. Schmidt has time, throws it away, incomplete. They've run 6 plays offensively and ended up with 1 total yard
and Xavier
to start
Hicks,
this game.
Xavier Hicks had 2 steps on the defensive back. Again, the throw wasn't there. They had 2 open receivers. If the throws are there, different stories. You say the first 2 possessions, let them get some rhythm. 3rd possession, as they get it, will do better if you're a Hornets fan. Now they have to work on the punting and making sure they get back as Kretz back deep for the Eagles.
Kretz at the 40. He's already got a touchdown in this game today. Here comes the pressure. This time, high spiral. He's going to back up, swings his arm up, says fair catch. They should mark him down right at the 34-yard line. With 12:37 to go, it's the Eagles of Mount San Jacinto, 7. your Fullerton College Hornets 0 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Corey, Ryan, and the old guy happy to bring you this game today here on Sportsnet, USA.net.
Romeo Zuniga up front along with Damian Bergueno, Chris Harvey, and Chef Boyd is the defensive line for the Fullerton Hornets.
Gonzalez brings him in. This kid's got an arm on him. Steps back, no pressure, middle of the field. It was there, and Corey, if you catch that one, you keep running all day long, as should have been an easy catch right there for a first down.
Kabaja Biamila doesn't make the catch, big tight end. Linebackers for the Hornets, leading tackler Ethan Charpentier, along with Daniel Kletcher, who gets the start today. He forced the fumble at the half-yard line last week against East LA, and Sean Malcolm.
Sellers and Wang to the near side of the field. They shift the power now from the right to the left. Straight up the middle. This time dropped for a loss on a good defensive play there, and Daniel Mendoza goes no place.
Romeo Zuniga makes the tackle. And the defensive backs, Bryant Merritt, the far side corner, number 7. Mo Gamage, number 6 on the near side. Jeremiah Green is one safety for the Hornets, and Antoine Johnson Jr. gets the start. They should be a lot of nickel as Thaddeus Justin Jones checks into the ball game.
Sams comes in near side of the field with Sellers and Kretz. No pressure. Cross the middle of the field. Fought over there. Incomplete pass. That's going to bring up a fourth down.
Good job of throwing an incomplete pass because Bryant Meredith was trying to jump the route from go. And out of play. Good defense. He's very aggressive on the outside.
So Justin Honore will come in. Oh, okay. Corey says it's Bills that's there. So the defense brings up the big stop. Special teams would like to do something for the Hornets. No real pressure. Bills has to backpedal. He's going to have to catch it on the bounce. He does. Looks to go the outside. Cuts back up the middle. Goes the far side. Weaves his way through. Gets back up on a nice return, Corey, that could have been devastating. All the way back up to the 22 with 11:36 to go. It's the Eagles 7, the Hornets 0 here on Sportsnet, USA.net.
58 yards on the kick, 8 yards on the return. The defense, Lakeon Flower, Nehemiah Hamala. He's one of the captains up front. Deshaun Brooks as a backer. Koa Kaliapa'a, Bree Lyon, Isaac Brown, Achilles Cosio have all been in there. Nate Frankfather had that vicious tackle on Vakapuna earlier, the last series.
Schmidt comes back out. Vakapuna right behind him. First down and 10. We're going to get a flag, and it's going to be a motion penalty against the Hornets. So we're going to move that back 5 yards.
And Mark, a few others that have already been in the ball game on the first two series for the Hornets. On defense for the Eagles, Greg Jackson, a DB, along with Tyson Roberts and Jonas Sellers, who have that tackle for loss.
So it was Bills in motion. They called it on him. Move it back. It's now 1st and 15. We're going to get a flag again. Offensive line this time.
It's going to go against Riley Miller, and that's one of the keys at the defensive line units for the Eagles, what Casey Mazzotta said. They're one of the best he's had, forces 2 penalties in a row.
So you look at it now, well, hey, if you're going to make it difficult, make it real difficult. First down and 10 for the Hornets. First down and 20 for the Hornets. Here they come. Schmidt has a high one. He's going to eat his lunch in the backfield.
And that...
Go ahead. I was just going to say, guys, you know what this is like? This is like walking into a restaurant. You order 15 wings and then 10 more. You're thinking you're doing fine till your stomach starts to swell and you're not feeling too good. That's what the offense looks like they're doing right now. One too many 50-cent wings.
Chase Shackelford in there, along with Deshaun Brooks.
Second down for the Hornets. Running up the middle. Oh, not only not enough wings, but somebody forgot to leave the tip. It's going to bring up a third down and forever for the Hornets. So this is now 3rd and 22. We're at the 10:39 mark. They run it straight up the middle. There is nothing there. Well, they get a couple of yards, and that's going to at least put them where they should have a reasonable punt, as the defense for Coach Mazzota is overwhelming when you look at the way they played this first part of the game.
On the first 3 defensive series for them, the first 4 minutes and 45 seconds, yes.
Christian Kurtz now moves on the other side of the 50. He's at the 45. They're up by 7. Didn't take them long to score. The Hornets need a good punt. Lots of time. Kick is away. Shank job. It gets to 35. Kurtz turns, comes up the field, and that's going to be a net punt of maybe 20, a little over 20 yards.
And Kretz did a nice job of going up and gathering the ball, kind of like a shortstop on a high hop. He waited for that big hop to go get it and secured it to pick up a few more yards. And this is the exact start that the Eagles didn't have last year at Sherbeck Field.
Wang goes out wide to the right. Now he comes back to the left. Now he goes back to the right. Tight formation on the left side. That's what Kretz. Gonzalez at quarterback. Fakes it. Throws it out in the flat. Nice little quick pass over there. Goes to Apana. So Koa catches that for a gain of a good 6 yards on the play. So Apana, one of the better receivers on this team. Really doesn't have much for the year, but he's a little quick speedster, and he can get out there and get it for him. Jackson Wing goes far to the right. Near side of the field is going to be Emilio Valencia. Logan Gonzalez at quarterback. Second down for the Eagles at the 28-yard line. Pump fake, going deep, throwing it up. Beat him on a route. That is money, baby. I tell you what, you throw it to Jackson Wang, who just said, let me beat the defensive back. You lay it out there, Corey. Quarterback's going to get hit. He throws the ball. It's going to be 14-0 quickly in this game.
And what they did is they capitalized on Bryant Merritt's aggressiveness, as he's shown in the first 3 games. That pump fake, and he bites.
2-point conversion, throws away. And they were going to try and get the Hornets while they had their head down. Pana comes up. He was the holder, going to throw it. Corey, it was just a little rush, and there was no pressure on him to throw the football.
No, and he had Sellers. If he gets the ball to him, it would have been a good 2-point conversion. But again, good aggressiveness by the Eagles to try to put more points on the board. And back to the touchdown, they used Brian Meredith's aggressiveness against him. He bit on the fake. It's a little out and up. And they threw it out and up and
on
got
the money.
6.
On the money. That was a pretty Ryan Osborn. I'm staring at you right now. You're just saying, you know what, maybe I ought to go back and eat some more.
And that's the difference in the game right now. The Eagles have 2 possessions and 2 good throws. The Hornets have had 2 wide receivers open, yet could not get them.
8:53 to go. Mount San Jacinto. Casey Mazzotta's squad, the Eagles, up 13-0. Deep, kicked out of the end zone one more time. So it'll be a touchback, and we'll see if the Hornets can find some offense. You know, you're only down by 13. If you can score a touchdown right here, you're still in the game. What you can't do is go 3 and out again. Give the Eagles good field position in the first quarter, because they can make this game feel like it's over.
And, yeah, that's exactly right, Mark. You still have time. Again, first quarter,
First down from the 25.
First quarter still needs something positive to go. Logan Lester is coming out. He's got speed. Desmond Duffy in the middle has got a chance mark to get open. He's been open this season. He just hasn't received the ball as much as he would like, even though he's got 6 receptions, 2 per game.
Logan stays out there. Toby looking for something. They're coming off the edge. Handed off to Vakapuna, straight up the middle. Gain of 3 on the play. So Elvis Vakapuna trying to get the run going. Logan Lester stays on the near side of the field. 2nd down and 7 at the 30. No reason to panic if you're the Hornets. Here they come. Blind side, not looking for him, and maybe knocked out because he's getting up awfully snow. And on the back side, they blitz Corey Neyland. Nobody picks up anybody on the back side.
And it was Vincent Perryman came through. It looked from that right side to lay the wood to Toby Schmidt. He hops up and he's okay.
Loss of 6 on the play. 3rd down and 13. Negative yardage now for the Hornets in this game. Here comes the pressure. Throws it over the middle, not close. 3 and out. 9 plays for your Hornets so far in this game.
And that rhythm and that identity that they've been searching for, they just haven't had it this season. They had it against a shorthanded Santa Barbara team, but against College of the Canyons, against East LA, even though they put up 44 points, it wasn't a smooth 44 points.
So the Eagles going to get excellent field position again. This time end over end. It's going to hit at the 50. Hornets are all around it. It's going to creep to the 42 and be down there. With 7:39 to go in the first quarter. It's the Eagles 13, the Hornets 0 here on Sportsnet USA.net. Ryan Osborn, Corey Neyland, the old guy, Gabby in with the coaches. Boy, I wonder what she's hearing right about now. Gabby just says, you know what, I'm just going to close my eyes and take a nap.
We'll get the offensive line for the Eagles after this play.
Gonzalez comes back out. It's looked good. Corey, 2 on the money down the field for him at quarterback. Mendoza, the running back in the backfield. Low thing, look to go swing. Going down the middle of the field. Oh, should have been caught, and if it is, Jackson Wing says, goodbye, I'm off.
And Jeremiah Green, the safety, almost read it perfectly. And, of course, could have had a pick, could have had a tip, could have been a touchdown. Ben Chavez, Miles Hudson, Edwin Camacho, Supeli Tava, and Craig Jackson up front for Mount San Jacinto.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Didn't happen that way. Wang sticks out there. Kretz is with him. Kretz comes to the near side of the field. Mendoza in the backfield. Here they come. Blitz is on. Throws it over here in the flat. Taken by the little man. Up to the 50. Short of a first down, but a nice catch. And you got to like that by Koapana, who finds an opening. Corey's not a big receiver, but he's a quick receiver.
Yeah, 5'8", 165. He's a sophomore. He's one of those guys that brings stability to the offensive unit.
3rd down for the Eagles. They're coming up quickly. They're going to make this hurry up. Wayne goes far out to the right. Pana goes with him. Trying to get the Hornets to jump on that one. Mendoza goes from left to right to strengthen up the formation. Gonzalez gets ready. Throws it out to Mendoza. Overshoots him. It's incomplete. It was a forward pass. Therefore, it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Pass is incomplete. 4th down. 3.
So pressure up front by Caleb Smith, wearing number 58 for the Hornets. Caleb Hadley wearing number 52. They played well.
You have to do the punting.
when they're in there together.
Bill's back deep. He's going to stand at the 10. You'd like to see the Hornets get some good field position, get a little breathing room offensively. They're only down by 13. They're in this game. Don't be shaking your head at home. High. See how it takes a bounce, hits it, gets touched right at the 22. They should mark it down at the 24. It was initially touched right there. They're going to give him the 25. With 6:33 to go, it's the Eagles 13, the Hornets 0 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Ryan Osborn, well, you've been awfully quiet on that far side of the field. I don't know if it's because I brought up those chicken wings and you were hoping for some.
No, I mean, Mark, you take a look at this one, and it's a different look than what we've seen recently from Fullerton College in recent memory, right? You look at those first 9 plays, it's been tough to find a rhythm.
Trying to find something this time, going off a right tackle again. Nice little pickup on that time. Bakapuna gets a gain of, I'm going to say, a short 5 on the play.
Brooks slows him up. Frank Father brings him down.
Ball carrier Graham.
So Honore in the backfield with Vakapuna. Vakapuna is going to play fullback or the up back. Now it's a powered split on the running back. They come in. They give it a sweep to Vakapuna. Not running him sideways is not a way for the big man to gain any yardage. Ryan, we were out there. I'm going to have you quickly answer. We were out there. We both said he's 5'7" if he's anything. He's built like a tree. Power going north and south.
Right, and what he described to us, too, is the fact that he likes to go into contact. So going right up the middle is right up his alley. And skill set, if he's able to go off guard, it's where he's going to have his positive yardage.
Loss of 2 on the play. 3rd down for the Hornets. Haven't had more than 3 plays per offensive set. Schmidt throws it up. The receiver comes across. He throws it to the 50. Well, I'm reading a fairy tale and you're reading a novel. We discuss it. None of us know what we're talking about. That's what that pass play was.
I think it's the push up front by the Eagles. That all defensive line has rushed and made them hurry and throw the ball for them, and they haven't had any type of rhythm. So he's throwing the ball well ahead of schedule.
So Christian Kretz back deep at the 40. He's got a touchdown in here. Off the hands of the punter. End over end. He's going to grab it. Signal fair catch. Gets knocked down on a stupid play. And they're going to say
acting. Flop. It was a flop.
Is that what they're calling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kretz with the fair catch. First down Eagles at the 45-yard line.
So they don't call anything. So if you're an Eagles fan and you don't like the call, which the fans don't, Corey says, WWE was on that one. Mendoza comes out at running back. Gonzalez at quarterback. Reed out there in the backfield. First down and 10, right at the 45. 5 minutes ago. Eagles having some things. Try to run a sweep. Can't get anywhere. Nice tackle on Daniel Mendoza.
Jeremiah Green with the nice, a good stop by Green, who gets his first start of the day, or of the year, out of Baltimore. 5'10", 180.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 11. Kuapana comes back in. He goes to the far right of the field. Along with him is Wang, who's already got a touchdown in this game too. Logan Gonzalez looks over the defense. Fakes it, goes back, has time. Gonzalez gets hit, middle of the field, and they almost had it there, Corey. He gets rushed at the last second, and when he does, he overshoots Kretz coming on a pattern across the middle of the field.
Des Palomalu with the rush, with the pressure. Safety's a little late reacting. If he has one more moment to throw the ball, he might hit Kretz in stride.
3rd down and 11 at the 46. So far, they're stopping him. Sams goes out to the right side. Haven't heard anything thrown his direction yet. He's a good one. Wayne comes to the near side of the field. Mendoza's still the running back. Apana goes in motion from left to right for the Eagles. Go back. Middle of the field's open. Drops the money right there. That's a first down in to the hands of a receiver with 3 defenders around him.
20 yards on the pitch and catch, and Jackson Wang, perfect throw right at the heart. He makes the triangle and gets the first down.
Pana goes to the far side of the field. Wang stays here. Mendoza, the running back. Gonzalez looks over. Sidelines. First down and 10 at the 35. 3:50 to go. Here in the first quarter for the Eagles. Goes back. Well, you got it there once. There's 2 just out of the reach. And again, you look at all these passes, he's leading the receivers to be able to run into the catch, not waiting on the football.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few of those on both sides today. Early on in this ball game, he's had 3 good throws, 2 resulted in touchdown. That one did not. Same thing with Toby Schmidt on the opposite side. If he settles down and puts a little bit more air under the ball, he's got a couple more completions.
Sams and Apana go to the far side of the field. Wang stays in the near side of the field. Mendoza, we're going to get timeout by the Hornets. Brian Crooks is not happy, guys, on the far side of the field. He is barking at people with 3:41 to go. Well, the Eagles have struck quickly in this game and have had great field position. And, of course, if you can't beat them with 11, you might as well try to defend them with 10, and that's what just happened.
And that's what the result is, a timeout. So to say this has started off ugly for Fullerton is an understatement. 13-0, they're down again. Start off this ball game, but Mount San Jacinto, it looks like a payback type of game after last year. They've come out focused, and you've always known they're going to have a good defense. But their quarterback,
he's a real deal. He really is. The kid can throw. He's on the money when he does throw.
And he's out of Orange Lutheran. Jackson Wang, high school teammate out of Orange Lutheran. So you're seeing that chemistry at the next level.
Clemens now back in the running back position for the Eagles. Go back. Screen pass across the middle of the field. Trying to get it across the middle of the field on a little delay. Couldn't do it. They had it set up, but the defense rushed the throw. 3rd down and 10. 4-down territory, guys. I know the young man from, you're going to say no, because the young man from Mount San Jacinto has kicked a 50-yard field goal.
No, you'd kick it away.
Okay.
He's definitely got the leg. We've seen that already.
Corey Neyland's going to play come and get me.
If they don't get the 3rd down.
Big 3rd down play. Defense has got to stop them. Here they come. Up the middle, thrown in the flat. Going to get a hold. No hold. Cold wasn't. And they're letting them play a little defense out there. So let's see what Casey does. I say he goes for it. Corey Neyland says he's going to punt it away. Casey Mazzota says, I've always liked Mark Pavlovich. He's daring. He's young. He's daring. And then he says, but then there's the steady, stalwart, non-shaky Corey Neyland as they try a 52-yard field goal with 3:31 to go.
It would match his long.
Ball is spotted. Kick is up. Oh, he's got the leg. He pulled it.
Kick is wide left.
So the defense finally comes away with some sort of semi-moral victory.
They come up with the big defensive stop.
Okay. Now it's up to the offense to get on the board. Well, we saw this last week, guys. Trying to tell if that Schmidt's still out there. Here they come. come around the end, try to catch it, take it, drive him out of bounds at the 40. So Schmidt was in there, and the defense was coming again as they gave it to Peters, and Jared Peters, who had a couple touchdowns from last week, gets a gain of 4 on the play. So Peters stays in there. They dropped in a little speed. 2nd down and 6 for the Hornets at the 40. Schmidt looks things over. Peters gets eaten up, and it's almost like Jonah and the whale. The whale's waiting for him. Jonah gets swallowed whole.
So
Loss
Adrian
of 1.
Mendoza, Mark. Also Frankie Alvarez.
3rd down and 7.
3rd down, 7.
2:34 to go. Once again, can they get a first? Here they come. Schmidt needs a takeoff run and slides. He should have a first down. Corey Neyland, you have said, and Ryan Osborn, if it's not there, run. Don't hesitate. Don't think about it. Go. And a first down is produced. So we're going to give that first down to Corey Neyland and Ryan Osborn. Big first down, short of the 50. First in the game for the Hornets. Going deep. A fly pattern. Looks for it. Drops it in. Incomplete pass. Beautiful defense by San Jacinto.
Outstanding defense, stride for stride. He doesn't turn his head, which he doesn't need to. And he doesn't turn his head because the receiver's hands didn't come up. So he knows there's no completion to be had. I couldn't read the number out there, but an excellent job on that right side corner.
Incomplete pass.
And that was Greg Jackson.
So Bevenu comes to the near side of the field. Still in the backfield is Jared Peters. Jared goes from left to right now. 2nd down and 10. We get delay a game against the Hornets or timeout? Looks like it's going to be timeout for the Hornets. With 1:55 to go. Well, if you're an Eagles fan, you got a big grin on your face. You're feeling good. If you're Casey Mazzota relative, you're saying, see, you taught him how at Fullerton. He learned how at Fullerton, and he's brought it here to Mount San Jacinto. If you're a Hornet fan, you keep going, okay, wait a minute. We saw Santa Barbara. We believed it. Then the week after we saw College of the Canyons, we didn't believe it. Then we went to East L.A., and we said, oh, no, it was real. And
No, nobody said that after East L.A.
Oh, I'm sure somebody at home said it. You and Ryan didn't say it, but I'm sure somebody at home said it. And then we're here today with Casey Mazzota.
And gentlemen, that offense,
Wow.
it's a little bit stagnant at this time. Again, I'm going to harp on what you always say. Where's your tight end in moments like this? Get your quarterback some rhythm and a safety valve. Throw a tight end out there. Have him do a 3 to 5 yard look in. He's open. Throw it.
Yeah, 2nd down and 10 for the Hornets. Here they come. Runs away from. Here comes the pressure. He's got to fling it out there. He's got to get it. There was a grab on the far side of the field. No flag on the play.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a flag on a hold? Okay.
Frank Father was there. He got the spin around, little tango, do-si-do, if you will. But again, instead of rolling him out, instead of getting him not setting his feet, in that shotgun, snap, one step, throw. Get him some rhythm, get the tight ends involved, and slow down that defense of the Eagles.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Corey. You know how I love me some tight end. Logan Lester comes to the near side of the field, along with Miles Brown. So Miles Brown now in as a wide receiver. 1st and 10 inside the 40. They're going to mark it at the 38. First down and 10. Peter's still in the backfield. Schmidt goes back. Steps away from pressure. gets caught, drugged down by his arm. Ball comes out. They called him down, not a fumble. He grabs his left arm, holding on to it.
And Mark, I don't mind it on that one because that's exactly what Corey was talking about earlier. He saw that the first two options weren't there, so he tucks it and goes to run. He does get pulled over by his shoulder as he's taking off, but nonetheless, you like to see that from Toby after those first 3 series. He has decided that if his first 2 options aren't there, he's going to run right up the middle.
2nd down and 9 at the 38. Delay straight up the middle. There is nothing there as you get drugged down. Peters gets drugged down. And just the way the Eagles play defense, Corey Neyland, they got 9 guys on the line of scrimmage. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, Williams and Fowler were there. They were just 2 of the many. So they bring in tight end as a sort of H-back, and that's Jordan Gatewood on the right side of your screen.
37 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Mount San Jacinto, here they come. He's got a man open. Goes deep. The receiver's not there. Picked
And
at the 8-yard line.
And that's Frankfather. Again, he's made 3 outstanding plays thus far in this first quarter. Looking downfield, Toby Schmidt had Gatewood crossing in the seams. On the far side, he had Bills coming through. But Gatewood was open for that first down. You're going to have to look to get rhythm first before you can go down the field. What you say? Crawl before you can walk, walk before you can run. That's an outstanding play. That's just an outstanding play. And if you didn't get the first down, you call it as good as a punt.
Logan Gonzalez says, hey, you know what? All I need is one throw. As they broke the lineup with too many offensive players, there should have been a flag against them. Run it to the far side. Mendoza tries to turn the corner. Gets a gain or a loss of 1.
Form tackled. Was that Thaddeus or was that Bryant? Looks like it was Bryant.
So that should bring us to the end of the first quarter. As we come to the end of the first quarter, it's the Eagles 13, the Hornets 0, here on Sportsnet, USA.net. So it's been a topsy-turvy football season in the SCFA. There's been times that people have thought this team's going to run away with it. The following week happens, they lose a game. And when you look at them, everybody thinks this is the time. Come halftime, Ryan Osborn's going to take a look at all the teams and what's going on, how they line up and down, Ryan. And you'll have to sort of throw that thing out there. Is there a clear-cut favorite when we get ready to go right now, when we look at all the teams in the SCFA?
I think that there is no clear-cut favorite, but there is an upper echelon of 3 to 4 teams that are clear contenders. So I won't call a favorite, but I will say contenders, especially after that San Mateo loss last week. It's kind of all up in the air, and that's what we've heard from coaches around the SCFA as well, is that this year in California, it's not just 2 teams who you look at and go, okay, they're going to be in the state final at the end of the year, and you can already tell in the first month, there's not a single team that is off the board in that top 15.
Yeah, the game of the day might have been up north with Butte and Modesto, since both of those teams are undefeated. Modesto beat San Mateo. They lose to Butte today.
Wang comes out at wide receiver. Mendoza stays in at running back. 2nd down and 11. Going back. Defense got middle of the field. There is Yankee grabbing and a yellow hanky right there. You know when you pull somebody's shirt off, you'll probably have somebody say, buy me a new one. That's exactly what happened there. They just dropped the bill down there and said, there's your total.
And that's a tough one too, Mark, because you got to look at that last play just before the quarter ended. You get a loss of 3 on the play. You pin them inside their own 5-yard line. Well, now you're going to give up 10.
And an automatic first down. So they move it all the way out to the 21. First down for the Eagles. Up 13-0. 2 quick strikes in the first quarter. Gonzalez goes back. Wang's still out there. Mendoza at running back. Now they flip their tight ends. Hornets look at power. They pitch it that direction. Mendoza gets ahead of steam. Gets almost up to the 25. That would be a gain of 2 on the play.
Tackle by Charpentier. He's averaging 10 a game. Ethan is the team's leading tackler.
2-yard gain. Second down 8.
Toa Pani comes back in the game as a wide receiver. Little speed bug when you watch him out there. This team, and Casey Mazzotta, here's it. Casey Mazzotta likes to use his tight ends. We've seen it already in this game. Out to the near side of the field is Kretz. He's got a touchdown in this game. Tight ends flip from left to right. Gonzalez lets him reset. He goes back. He pitches it. Halfback option. All by himself. Look up. Oh! He was on his way home. The picnic basket was waiting, and we get a flag in the backfield. Corey Neyland's going to say that's roughing the passer? Or what?
It looked like it. I'm not sure what else it could be unless they called a hold at the end of the play. But again, he was a runner to start, so.
Yeah, and that's my thing. He was a runner, so they should pick up the flag. And that's what they do. And
there is no flag on the play.
And it starts off because you were absolutely right, Corey. You mentioned he starts as a runner. If he pulls up and throws it, he's a runner. He implied, I'm running the football. You can't assume he's going to throw it. So it brings up, should be now, a 3rd down. They've got it as a 2nd. It is 3rd down. It's not changed on the field, but it is 3rd down on the field. Logan Gonzalez says, I don't care what down it is. He looks at his running back. Mendoza flips him from left to right. Puts Kurtz in motion from left to right. Here come the Hornets trying to get back to him. Across the middle of the field. Caught. Should be enough. I'm going to see. They mark him short as he comes back for the football. Corey, they're going to give him up to or just short?
I think it's going to be just short of the 1st down marker.
So it brings up 4th.
Justin Smith was just a little bit late. Gave a lot of room on that far side.
Nobody comes up tight. Trying to get the Hornets to jump. 10 on the shot clock. There we go, Mark. And we're going to get timeout on the field. Well, it's like a shot clock. So a timeout on the field. 13:20 to go. It's the Eagles 13, the Hornets 0 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Okay, I need to get both of you involved. So Ryan Osborn, you need to get in this answer too. Shaky beginning of this game, but now there seems like a settle downing of the defense, even though there's no movement by the offense in this game. Yay or nay?
Nay.
I'd have to agree with Mark. I think you look at the last couple series there from Fullerton and also the defensive side of the football, it was just that shock of the first, 3-4 plays from scrimmage that Mount San Jacinto had. Yeah, Toby throws the pick, but also on the other side of that, they marched up the field about 60 yards, close to 60 yards before they end up giving that ball up, and they pin it inside the 8, inside the 5, if you will. Like Corey said, it's almost as if you're trading positions with a punt. You pin them inside their own 10. We keep the optimism going because it has been that settling down period.
Okay, and now I'm going to put you both as coaches. It's 4th down, less than a half a foot. Say, yeah, go for it. Ryan Osborn already told me I'm going for it. Corey Neyland, you going for it?
No. No, I don't think you need to. Oh.
You feel like you've got.
Right now, your defense is playing well. It's not a mandatory that you go for it. That would be nice. Keep that aggression going. But no, your defense is playing well.
Ball comes out. High, spiral, middle of the field. Signal for a fair catch. Gets it on the little bunny hop forward. It'll be 1st down and 10 for your Hornets. As we start the second quarter, it's the Eagles 13, the Hornets 0. Here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Ryan, Corey, myself. And guys, This is an incredible turnout for a community college game. Mount San Jacinto has a wonderful crowd out here at this beautiful home field.
And it's nice to look at when you may be one of the only draws in an area that wants football, high school football, community college football should be big.
Quentin Underwood goes out here to run a option play with Vakapunas. Got people in front of him. Elvis finally gets some yardage as they get him to the outside, but then, Corey, they pitch it so he's going north and south.
Change it up. And that's what they're doing. You like the option call there to get your quarterback on the outside, get Elvis some confidence. More importantly, giving your offensive line some confidence that you can say, we can move against this D.
Justin Honore in the backfield with Vakapuna. First down and 10 at the 40. Schmidt moves his tight end. This time Vakapuna leads things. Honore turns the corner, gets knocked out of bounds across the 35, about at the 33 if I see where they marked it at.
Braden Cook's helmet comes off. Riley comes back in.
They've got him out a little sooner than that. So 2 running plays, 14 yards. First down, a second down, and about 6 for the Hornets. Schmidt brings them out. Honore and Vakapuna stay in the backfield. They come up. Honore off tackle, gets tripped up after he gets across the 35. They're going to mark him down at the 35. It's going to be a 3rd down and 5. Nice sunset behind us. I thought Ryan was looking for a ballistic missile over his shoulder. I thought, oh,
no, it's exactly that,
go.
Mark. You look at the hills directly behind us, and like you said, it's a nice sunset going over top of the desert.
Want some light, though.
It's right there.
Corey Neyland says, where's the light? Right here on this touchdown will be the light for Fullerton. Schmidt, here they come. Stepping over the line. Should have been a flag. Wasn't. Toby flings it up. Overshoots a receiver. Wide open on the play. There should have been a flag. I don't think there was, though. There was? Oh, they're calling holding. I saw the defense person step over the 35 on this side of the field for the ball was snapped.
I don't think he did.
Ryan Osborn shook his head yes. I believe Ryan Osborn. He would never lie to me.
Yeah, but he got back in time.
So I think I would have passed on taking the penalty and made them punt the ball.
3rd down, 16.
Your defense is opportunistic. And so if you put the ball in the air, you got a chance for another interception.
Xavier Hicks now comes the near side of the field. 3rd down and 15. Schmidt's got time. Schmidt decides to run, tiptoes his way down the sidelines. They're going to put him out short by 3. You guys keep him out there?
You got to.
Corey Neyland says, I'm not even thinking about it, Coach. It's more like a long 3. Vakapuna stays out there. Vakapuna could be the guy to keep an eye on. Joseph Mendez will be the up back. We're going to get a timeout on the field. Timeout. Fullerton. With 11:20 to go, they use their 3rd timeout of the night. So the Hornets take a timeout. The Eagles are up. It's Mount San Jacinto 13, your Fullerton College Hornets 0. Here on Sportsnet, USA.net. The sun has set. The light is on the field. Ryan, do you like the green of this field the way it's set up?
I really do. It's a nice pattern. You take a look at the field. It's got that offsetting pattern every 5 yards up until the 45s on each side. Then it goes with a 2 dark stripe pattern. It keeps your eye focused on the green. So it also breaks up a little bit of the monotony. What you'll also see across community college football fields is you see a lot of monotone green, and then you have the end zones and the white stripes along the borders. This changes that. It gives you a little bit of a different feel. And I'm sure as we were out on the field, you are able to see in your peripheral vision where those 5-yard markers are differentiated just because of the different shades of green that are out there. Very reminiscent to the Fullerton College field, but just in a different shade.
Green, gray. Yeah, it's about the same color.
4th down, 3.
4th down, 3 yards to go. The Hornets could use that mystic first down. Timeout. Casey Mazzotta, he says, okay, let's talk this over. So we're playing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We'll see what happens here when the Hornets come back out. If you're late starting the game, it was bang, bang. Mount San Jacinto. We all sort of looked at each other and went, you know what? That was an awfully long drive to get up here.
And it was a block punt that had allowed them to score their first touchdown, one play after that blocked punt.
And then they came out again, Corey, and it really felt like it was one play one more time.
Yeah, and they had good field position, a short field position. Both possessions and touchdowns were on Fullerton's side of the field. And again, reminiscent of the College of the Canyons game.
Yeah, and Logan Gonzalez was on the money and had time to stand back. It sort of feels like now maybe the down 4 for the Hornets and put a little more pressure on him when he goes back there. And it made him rush his game. On the flip side, Toby Schmidt has not had anybody giving him any time. If he asked us for a few minutes, we'd say, no, sorry, we got to go. Because that's what it feels like for him. 4th down and 3 for the Hornets. They run it quickly. Schmidt across the middle. Once again, first down for the Hornets. Finally, little time right there. He throws the ball on the money.
Jabri Brevenu
Joshua Welshman
makes the catch.
for the Hornets.
So, Corey, it was a 1-2. Like Corey Neyland and Ryan Osborn have said, 1-2 step, plant the back foot, throw the football. That's what he did. First down of the game for your Hornets tonight. Schmidt feels comfortable. Going to go again. Cross the middle. Does it again. 2 crossing routes. Corey Neyland, 15 yards down and cutting in. 1-2, plant the back foot, and throw.
And again, it's easy when you get in the rhythm. It's easy when you're not depending on those long throws down the field. You can't get rhythm like that. Those 2 throws allows you to connect to your receivers and gives you more confidence.
So 1st and goal at the 8 for the Hornets. Huge if they can get a touchdown. Here they come. They run it up the middle. Getting drugged down. No, he doesn't. Turn to the outside. Needs a block. Got to turn the corner. Gets the 5. Gets drugged down from behind. And they use the back of the jersey. I know everybody gets concerned about the horse collar, but it was not a horse collar tackle.
Jared Peters did a nice job of trying to make something out of nothing. Here is where you need your
Tight ends?
Never mind. They're taking Jordan Gatewood out.
So Corey was going to say, let's look for that tight end. And again, Corey, this is another one of those. Hey, 1-2, set your foot, throw. Don't give him time to rush you. Don't give him time to jump a route. 2nd and goal from the 5. Flip. No place to go with the ball. Absolutely no one there. Short side of the field, 2 defenders, and no place for the receiver to go.
Where's your success been?
1-2, cross the middle, boom.
And if he doesn't have it, he takes off. That's been your success. The fade route is not a successful play. And also, what happened to the power?
It's gone away. 3rd down, Vakapuna back in. Toby Schmidt had the corner. He's got to run. He's got to go in. Touchdown, Hornets. They fake it to Vakapuna. And Corey, for a second, I was afraid when he took off running. I'll be very honest with you, because I thought, buddy, you've got to head for the end zone, not just the sideline.
He was trying to wait until see if Frank Father would come off of Gatewood. If he would come off, that's when he throws to his tight end for 6. He didn't come off. Gatewood slows down. He slows up a little bit too, and not actually throwing a block, but just impeding the path of the defender, allowing Schmidt to get that touchdown.
So the Hornets, even though they started cold, now can feel like, hey, we're back in this game if we make this extra point. Ball is kicked, ball is up, Ball is good. With 10-11 to go here in the second half, it's now the Hornets. Did I missee that?
No, 13-7.
Okay. Because I was looking at the board. They only have 6
There's a flag.
Oh, okay.
It's going to go against the Eagles.
Personal foul. Up to the kicker. Defense. Penalty will be assessed on the
The
kickoff.
kickoff.
Heisman.
So it's 13-7. So the Hornets who, well, if you're watching it like everybody at home and like us, all trying to stay positive, and Corey Neal, I'm going to go back to you because you kept saying, find rhythm, don't go deep. 1-2, set your back foot. And like both you and Ryan says, if it's not there, run, my man, run. He did everything you two have talked about.
Yeah, they have settled down. It took them a little bit longer than anxious fans would like, but at least they got on the board. Back deep is going to be Kretz and someone else.
Okay.
Looks like
50-yard line.
Ryan says it's Dante Sams back there deep. That's what Ryan is saying. I'm taking both your words for it. Corey's saying he's seeing somebody else. You know, I'm feeling good right about now.
Emilio Valencia.
All right. We got 3 of them. We
And
got a ghost runner
Mariah
back there.
Carter on
All
the far
right.
side.
Oh, you guys are making me feel real good right now. Woo!
I blame the chicken wings.
You know what?
Could also be Tavon Hampley.
Pooch kick by the Hornets. Signaled for a fair catch.
And
At
that's
the
correct.
20.
That's correct.
Okay.
So it was Valencia back deep. And it was
Down Eagles at the 20-yard line.
Tavon back deep as well. So 8 and 8-3. Taven, excuse me. Want to thank everybody for listening in Moreno Valley.
Fair catch at the 20.
So Apana goes,
25.
comes on in. He'll be out to the right. Gonzalez still at quarterback. Mendoza at running back. Apana goes in motion. Fake to him to the outside. Middle of the field. Almost picked. And if that's thrown higher, it's going the other direction.
No, it wasn't actually because
Really?
Antoine Johnson was going for the hit instead of the pick. So it would have been a bang-bang play. But again, keep your head up. Go for that interception if you got it. Gavin Stewart's the other safety out there. Johnson has one of the interceptions this season. And Caleb Smith in the ball game along with Zuniga on the outside. Bergueno on the inside.
So Mendoza stays in there. Run a little pitch play down the court. Defense is there, making the first initial tackle after it goes across the 20. So the Hornets
Stop made by Jack
coming
Arnold.
up really quick.
Clutcher,
Making a
Charpentier,
stop on that.
Mendoza the ball carrier.
Mendoza was the ball carrier.
12.
Pana comes back out there with his running mates. Jackson Wing now out there with Apana. Mendoza still at running back. Wing comes to the near side of the field. Apana to the far side of the field. Logan Gonzalez at quarterback. Mendoza at running back. Big third down. Hornets come back. Going deep. Footsteps. Out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
Pass is completed. But
Mo.
out of bounds. Fourth down.
Outstanding coverage. Again, he's not playing the ball, he's playing the receiver. He sees where the sideline is, so he's not going to turn his head because he knows receivers catching any ball out of bounds. Textbook as Bills is back deep.
Corey Neyland heading me off at the pass. Thank you, sir. I like Ryan Osborn. Picks a place where there's absolutely no light. I guess he's trying to sneak away tonight here on sports.usa.net.
Hey, we could go into the coach's booth.
No, we can't.
Okay, then.
Thank you. 9:14 to go. Pressure comes up. Bills waits for it. Takes it at the 50. Dots up to 40. 30. Needs a block. 20. Touchdown, Hornets!
$58 yards. Told you Kavion had a little key on in him.
Didn't we? Oh, there is the light. Hey, guys, didn't we talk on the field? This is real silly. But we talked about special teams having to do something. And Corey Neyland, if you do remember, the old guy said earlier today.
No, well, you say that every week.
Yeah, but he didn't even give me credit when it happened, Ron Osborn. I say it every week. We're going to run one back, and we did. Corey, I got to take it back. Just recreate what Kavion did on that run back.
We had touchdown when he caught the punt because that opening, again, no fair catch. He knew he had an opening on the left side when he saw the Gunners coming down the field and the Eagles coming down. So what he does is he makes the catch and is decisive. One step to the left, I got by the initial 4. And I've got enough speed to get to the edge and outrun everybody who's left. Special teams. Now that is a special teams play.
Personal foul. Hero on the defense.
That
Will be assessed on the kickoff.
that makes it happen, and that's the play you called for. Yes, you did call for it earlier today, that a special teams touchdown was needed, and they got it.
Hey, Ron Osborn, thanks for turning on the light switch. I appreciate that, whatever you hit. I think everybody in the coach's booth was going, we can't see a thing. And, guys, I know they say one play sometimes can turn a game around, but that one play, now if you're Casey Mazzotta's team, you feel like you've been out playing the Hornets all night long.
And I think the one play was actually the completions on that last drive. Those 2 completions to Bevenu across the middle, that 4th down, that's what gave Fullerton the confidence. Yeah, they scored a touchdown, but it was the act that we can continue to move the ball down the field has them in this position with a 1-point lead.
So with 9 minutes to go here in the first half, well, it looked like you were an Eagle fan. You were dancing in the street. If you're a Hornet fan, you were crying in your milk. Now it's turned all around. Of course, I'll give people that have been eating them 5-cent wings probably all the credit here on Sportsnet, USA.net. Hornets, the crowd across the way has gotten noisy, and the crowd below us has said it's time we stir things up. Kick to about the 2. We get a whistle on the play. You signal for a fair catch?
Sam's didn't signal for a fair catch. The up back signal for a fair catch.
And it's whoever sticks their hands up on your team, it's a fair catch. So that will take it out to the 25.
And it's interesting that they called for the fair catch because Sam's in his mind thought that the return call was on.
So the Hornets are up by 1.
First down, Eagles from the 25.
And it's first down and 10 for the Eagles. Gonzalez brings out his team. Mendoza in the backfield. Apana to the far side of the field. Kurt stays on the near side of the field. Hornets running off defenders quickly. First down and 10 for the Eagles at the 25. It's a 1-point game. Run it up the middle. Trying to get it. Cuts it back. Mendoza gets a gain of 6 on the play.
Best run of the night for the Eagles. That gain of 6 or 7 cut down by Gavin Stewart. That is Justin Jones on the near side. He's the corner taking over from Mo Gamage. Actually, they're in a nickel. So Mo goes to the nickel in the slot on the far side.
Wang on the near side of the field. Apana on the far side of the field. Mendoza still the running back. They go back. Looking to go. Over here. Throws behind the receiver, but there were hands all over him, and they're going to throw a flag against the Hornets.
Yeah, it's going to go against the track star. That is Justin Jones.
And Corey, I think he thought he was beat on the play, did a little grab and pull.
Well, he didn't think he was beat on the play, Mark.
He was beat on the play?
Exactly.
Okay. So it's going to bring up an automatic first down with 8:25 to go here in the first half.
But they've been going to that one-on-one matchup every time Wing matches up on the near side, no matter who the defender is. So they're still in the nickel. They told us, the Fullerton coaching staff, that they would run a lot of nickel tonight.
Yeah, they would. Sams goes up far side of the field. Wing stays there. Handed off middle of the field. Nice blocking up front. Should be a gain of at least, as it keeps going, 9. They're going to get 10-9 on the play.
Mark, Miles Hudson, offensive line, 6'10", 388-pound freshman from Rancho Christian High School. He was the guy to move that along. Had Des Palomalo running him for 10 yards.
He does look 6'10", doesn't he? You can see him out there, number 66 or 65 on the offensive line. First down and 10. Eagles are responding to the answer. Go over, throw it. The defender jumps the route. The ball is in the hands of the receiver, and he drops it. You gave them an easy first down and maybe a touchdown, and they drop it.
That was the weirdest play. It looked like Bryant Meredith lost the ball in the sun. For some reason, he doesn't know where the ball is. Sams realizes, I have the ball, and he takes his eyes off to see how many yards he can get after catch.
So Pana goes up far side of the field. Sams goes with it again. Second down and 10, right at the 43. Hornets are coming. They throw it out in the flat. They've got people out there driven out of bounds, out at the 35. I think that's where they're going to mark it. On a nice little delay out of the backfield, Corey, they bring the blitz. They throw behind
And
it.
it's a screen pass that you don't normally see on that side of the ball. The line was up the field in the middle and trying to seal.
Pana goes to the far side of the field. What stays on this side of the field? Gonzalez, the Hornets say they're coming. They back off. Clemens was in the backfield. He's still back there. Gonzalez trying to get it from the bench. Clock is ticking down. He goes. Here come the Hornets. Throw across the middle. Up there. Caught and dropped. And once again, Corey, a nice route run by Jackson Wing because he's alone. He turns. He should have pulled it in.
Yeah, you got to have some swagger if you're a defensive back, and Gavin Stewart has that. But again, that was a catch. Wing should have had that, and he knows he should have had it for a first. Nice play call.
They're going to be daring here at the 36. They come up, looking to go. Going out the receiver, all by himself, middle of the field, knocked away. Defense on the play, trailing the play. He was beat initially on the play, comes back on defense.
And because Gonzalez had to take an extra beat to throw the ball on the outside, that allowed Bryant Meredith to catch up and turn his head, importantly, and put his hands up to block it from Sams for their first, potentially a touchdown. Love the play call. You like going for it and getting points.
And going back to that, Corey, you look at the style of pass, too. Since he has to take that extra step, it's more of a loft that goes up there. So just like you're talking about, it gives him that extra step there because if not, what we've seen from Gonzalez is even when he's rolling out to his left, he sets his left foot first, stops himself, and then bullets one forward. It's more of a line drive. In this case, it's a little floater that allows for him to catch up.
Bevenu comes in near side of the field along with Brandon Phillips. The tight end is in the slot. Schmidt at quarterback. It wasn't Phillips, my mistake. They go, throw it out, double pass. They don't have a double pass and going to get him smothered, eaten alive, thrown down. Should be a loss at the 30 as they started in motion. That was Desmond Duffy coming back that got taken down.
Achilles Cosio.
I think you were right, Mark. I think that's exactly what it was setting up for.
Double
but
pass.
He looked upfield, saw that he was going to get hit, and tucked it. If anything, I think that's a wise play by bringing it in and not risking losing the football.
Loss of 6 on the play. Schmidt comes back one more time. Second down and 15 for the Hornets. Right at the 31. They bring pressure. He's got to get it up. Toby steps into traffic, gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 15 for the Hornets.
Deshaun Brooks out of Vista Marietta had a few tackles in this first half.
5:40 to go.
Hiroshik brought down.
Here in the second quarter, it's the Hornets 14, the Eagles 13 on SportsNetUSA.net. Big 3rd down and 15 for Schmidt and the Hornets. He goes back. He has time. Has to set his feet. Flings it up. Looks to go to the back. Could have been caught. Could have been intercepted. And here's the thing. I'm going to throw back at Corey Neyland. Corey, you were going down and in. 1-2 step and flipping the ball. Now you've gone back to, hey, take it and run around back there. And if somebody's open, try and get it to him here on SportsNetUSA.net.
You know,
what works?
Keep going to it until it stopped definitely.
There we go.
If it stopped once, yeah, they got lucky. If it stopped twice, then you move on for something. But if you find something that's working, keep going to the well.
So neither team. We get motion on the end. If that's not a flag, it should be on a high floater. I'm going to catch it with one hand, pull it in.
Speaking of yellow hankies, referee is Ralph Aranda, umpire Luke Davis. Head linesman who throws the flag is Eddie Marquez. Line judge and field judge Sean Jones and Chris Coslow. Side judge and back judge Fred Alexander and Brian Foote.
I believe that's Sam's back deep for the Eagles. Corey says, no, it's Kretz, excuse me. They come with pressure. End over end. Kretz, signal for a fair catch, and stands there right at the 40-yard line. So with 5:18 to go, it's the Hornets 14, the Eagles 13. Here on SportsNetUSA.net. Ryan, Corey, the old guy, happy to bring you this game. And now if you're sitting at home, well, no matter who you're rooting for, you say, hey, this has gotten pretty exciting here on SportsNetUSA.net. Gonzalez brings his team out. Clemens at running back. Kurtz near side of the field. Wang outside of him. 1st down and 10 at the 40 for the Eagles. Go back. Hornets coming up the middle. Here comes the pressure the outside. We're going to get holding no matter what happens. This could be a touchdown, but I think this is coming back.
But there is a penalty flag.
Holding against the Eagles. This is coming back.
Hornets had a tremendous rush to force him out of the pocket.
And Corey, you've got to love the way Kretz runs. Because, I mean, if it doesn't get called, once again he beats a defender by 3 yards down the field.
Yeah, Stewart got caught looking in the backfield and realized, oh, he's on the Eagles team. Let me try to catch up.
But a holding call negates that play with 5:08 to go. It's going to bring up a 1st down and 20 for Mount San Jacinto.
And you know that big play that they needed? Now let's see if Fullerton comes after them again.
Logan Gonzalez, 267 yards a game, 830 this year, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks. Add a couple more tonight. They bring pressure up the middle. He's going to step back. Ball goes up, middle of the field. That's on the money. And I tell you what, Sams just says, hello, let me catch the football as he runs down the field. And Dante Sams outran everybody.
57 yards. And what you like about the play, Logan Gonzalez had his full running back wide open 7 yards down the field for an easy first.
1st down and 10 at the 13. They go hurry up. Run play straight up the middle. They fake it. Quarterback gets it to the 10, so Logan Gonzalez gets there. Doesn't run the ball too often. Minus 48 yards for the season.
And what makes the play more even impressive, he doesn't go for the 7. He says, I know I got a man open. I don't care. We're going big one more time. And Sams, again, lofts it So his receiver, as you said earlier, can run underneath.
Pana goes far out to left-hand side. Kurtz goes with him. They go back. 3-step drop. Goes back. Touchdown, Eagles. And Corey, it looks like pitch and catch. Jackson Wing always seems like he's open the entire game.
Whenever it's a touchdown, it's not a pick play. It's a rub play. It's a crossing route. So, and that's what happened on the outside. It looks like it was Wang, as you saw. And was it Kretz who crossed over, made the rub, made the pick? And
So-
that's 6.
That's 6 on the play. We've got a Hornet down in the field with 4:11 to go in this first half. And the Eagles now with 19 as they move down the field like they did at the start of the game.
And we'll see. It's either 5-0 or 9-0. We'll give you in just a moment Chris or Dez. It might be Chris, as a Hornet athletic trainers attend to him. And again, nice game thus far. Now it's 19-14. You already went for 2 once. Do you chase points again and go for 2, make it a 7-point game?
No, I kick a field goal.
Yeah.
Because the young man's got a sure leg kicking field goal. So I do that. You made the Hornets play catch up all night long. Don't change it now. Don't give them anything to hang their hat on. Make them come after. Don't forget, later on in the week, we got a little other of the football here on SportsNetUSA.net. Fullerton College, one of the hotshot teams from last year, comes into Cypress, California. Cypress College, their men's team. Fullerton College, their men's team. Should be a great soccer match. And then, well, hey, why stop there? Friday night on SportsNetUSA.net, we're going to have more soccer as we follow Cypress down to Saddleback, all on SportsNetUSA.net.
And it wasn't Chris, it was Dez Palomalo, who needs help off the field. Young man's really come alive the last couple games.
So 4:11 to go. Looked like it was going to be a rout. Then the Hornets come back. Bills takes one all the way back on a spectacular return. And Corey Neyland, they're going for 2. Trying to get up by 7. Gonzalez looks over, rolls out against the pressure, flips it over, easy one to Apana.
And again, it's not a pick. It's a crossing pattern. So good counter.
So the Eagles tried one, couldn't get it, tried it again, and now they're up by 7 with 4:11 to go here in the second quarter of the first half on SportsNetUSA.net.
And we talked to Casey before the game, and he mentioned the first game of the season against Mount Sac, you know, #1 team in the state right now. And they turned the ball over, give Mount Sac short fields for a few possession, and then got behind. They lose that game 38-21, but they were competitive after the first quarter, staying pretty much even with the Mounties.
And we'll see when the Hornets get the ball if they go back to the prescription of Corey Neyland and Ryan Osborn. 1-2, set your back foot. Try to get somebody on the crossing pattern. If it's not there, run for your life, baby. Run for your life if you're a Hornet fan. That worked. That got him back in the game. Like Corey will say, hey, if it works, why go away from it? Deep kick. Taken at the 10. Looking for a block up the middle. Side step, stays on your feet, gets out to the 29-yard line.
And that's Duffy.
So Duffy gets out to the 29 with 4:05 to go. Hornets trailing by 7. Casey Mazzotta, I shouldn't call him old, should I? Former defensive coordinator for Fullerton College.
First down at the 29
Used to
yard
be
line.
my post-game interview after every game here on SportsNetUSA.net. Schmidt comes on out. Honore. Bakapuna in the backfield. First down and 10. Hand it to Honore. We get a flag It'll be there. Late flag like that thrown on the Hornet side. See if it's offsides.
Offsides or a shift?
Yeah, or it should be an illegal shift. One of the two.
Illegal formation.
Illegal formation.
5-yard penalty.
So they had a lineman lined up in the backfield. Move it back 5 yards. It'll stay first down. First down at 15. Right at the 24-yard line. Vakapuna stays back in there. Duffy comes into the game to the near side of the field. Hicks goes out in the slot at the far side of the field. Quentin Henry Jr. down here. 1-2. Not going to throw. Nobody's going to get me. I'll slide. Pick up a couple back. A little quick slide, but on that one, he was going to do what you had called 1-2. Nothing was there. He ran a little too quick.
Gain of 1.
Second down. Clock is ticking. We're at the 3-minute mark. And here's where you want to work the offense to. You don't want to give the Eagles the ball back with any time to march down the field. And the way they throw the football, that could be 2 seconds on the clock. Schmidt looks things over, taking his time. Here they come. Schmidt goes back. Middle of the field open. He panics, flings it, incomplete pass.
Pressure up front, coverage by DJ Bryant.
Third down, 14.
Flag on the play.
14.
And he was looking for Quentin Henry Jr. So it's going to be a late hit or hold, one of the two.
Offense number 73. Penalties refused. Third down.
So it's third down. Casey wants the ball back. Says, I'm not going to give him an extra down.
And remember, Mount San Jacinto deferred to start off this game, so they will get the ball to start the second half play.
Up by 7. Vakapuna walks in.
And remember, they don't have any more timeouts for this half.
The Hornets don't. So going down with Schmidt, trying to get a first down, stays in bounds. Gain of 13 on the play. That's going to be short. It's going to bring up a fourth down. And the 2-minute warning comes up. So timeout on the field.
2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout. Okay, 2-minute warning. 2-minute timeout. 2-minute siesta time. Too many chicken wings.
I'm sorry, an unnecessary break in the action.
There we go. So we get timeout on the field. It's actually the 1 minute and 57-second warning.
So no, it would be the 2-minute unnecessariness.
There are concessions just outside the entry into the stadium.
What am I getting? What was he talking about?
Concessions.
Oh. I thought the white hat was saying, hey, you guys up in the booth down there, go down that way. You're bothering me.
He just said if you want additional wings, there's sauce down the sideline.
So Kretz does go back deep.
Okay. Mr. Referee, I don't know why you reset the clock at 2. You didn't call timeout. So you had 3 seconds back to the game clock.
So when he stepped out of bounds, it was 2:03 on the clock.
Yeah. Ryan just doesn't mind being a little later. Big boot. Kratz signals for a fair catch. Steps up at the 29. And it's going to be down there with 1:55 to go. Well, if you're Casey Mazzotta and his team, guys, I'm going to be airing it out. I'm going deep 3 times down that field. I want another touchdown. You say nay.
No, you got 155. You can still go down the field with 155. As Ryan mentioned, you get the ball after halftime. So you want to make sure you don't give the ball back to Fullerton. You want to make sure you don't turn the ball over.
Logan Gonzalez comes out. First down and 10. Clemens in at running back. Jackson Wing goes down here. They hand it off to Clemens. He gets back a little down to 30. They're going to give maybe a half a yard. 1:44 to go. Hurry up offense by the Eagles. Down marker person doesn't know what down it is. Go back. Hornets 4-man rush. Pick in the corner, all alone. Corey Neyland. Are they running invisible routes out there? Because Christian Kretz was all by himself.
No, what they're doing is they're pump faking. They're hesitating on the throw. I got you up. No, let's allow my man to clear on the backside, and we're going to make that throw in between the safety and over the linebackers.
All the way up to the 49. First down and 10 for the Eagles. They're on the move again. Like to be up by 14 like they started this game. Hornets can't get any pressure. Backs up. Going down the middle. Hands both ways. No call. Good defense. Good pressure by the Hornets.
Mo Gamage again. Physical on the outside. If they don't call it, it ain't a penalty.
1:21 to go. Second down and 10.
Hornets now in the nickel package, so they bring Thaddeus Justin Jones and Johnny Ingham. No, that's Dazon Parker wearing number 10 in white.
Kretz comes over here. Apana at the far side of the field. Big first down. Rushing 5. Quickly throw it over the flat. Step out of bounds. Nice little pitch and catch right over there to Lamprey.
And
so Taven Lamprey picks it up. About 5 yards on the play.
Sorry, that's Razan Parker who makes the tackle, pushes him out of bounds.
Third down and 5 for the Eagles. 5 for the Eagles. Almost jump. Look back over. Logan Gonzalez walks away. Lets the clock tick down. Play clock at 10. Calls out things differently. Hornets move in for the outside. 4-man rush. They're going to get to him. Throw across the middle of the field. Tackle there. And Apana says, hey, I'm not afraid to go across the middle. All the way down to the 32. First down and 10. Minute 7.
First down, Eagles.
Got a field goal kicker that can kick it in from anywhere. Hornets coming up. Need to make a pick. Cross the middle. Looking to go with him. Lets a player go. And Corey, it was interesting because they ended up having one. The linebacker released the receiver because all of a sudden he realized somebody was free behind him. Miss errant throw. They've got it right on the money. Again, I know you say how they're not really running picks on these plays, but their patterns are very misleading to the defensive back.
Well, the picks have been down in the red zone and within the 5. That's where we've seen them. They've just been running out and ups and crosses.
Second down and 10. Here they come. Delay up the middle. Throwing to the corner. The defender falls down. Touchdown Apana.
So, again, it's misdirection, Mark. It's the crossing. We're going to have Apana go in motion, and that's just a wide receiver wheel route. As he brings both receivers on the outside in, takes care of the safety, takes care of the corner. The nickelback and the linebacker get caught in between, cannot cover the speed of Apana, and that's 6.
So with 42 seconds to go, well, it's almost like when the game started. The Eagles are going to be up by 14 if they make this extra point. Get motion out there. Offsides against the Hornets. Well, Ryan Osborn was smiling for a while, feeling good. All of a sudden they got back in it, and then Ryan, all of a sudden now there's leakage out of the transmission.
I think it just goes back to what Corey's saying. That pump fake is what is really drawing Fullerton to come up just a little bit more to the line of scrimmage. They're committing to that initial fake, and as soon as those receivers feel that extra pocket, all it is, Corey, is you take a look around you, where's the space, find it, and sit in that little space.
And once again, like Ryan said, the Eagles will get the ball to start the second half here on SportsNetUSA.net. We'll look around at some of the other games going on at halftime. A couple of them here on SportsNetUSA.net. Ball is spotted, kick is up,
Extra point is good.
and the kick is good to the Coyotes in the faraway field.
14.
It's a brave kid out there.
Oh, there is a kid out there.
Yeah.
I don't think he's running for the ball. I think he's hiding from the Coyote. Brian Crooks cannot be happy with the secondary right now at Fullerton College.
Do you think?
Nah, I don't think. That's my problem.
Duffy and Peters back deep.
That's why I don't drive.
And in that first half, when Fullerton thought they got back into the ball game, they only scored one offensive touchdown, and they've had the special teams touchdown. So their offense better in the second half, still not where it wants, not second half, second quarter, but still not where it wants to be.
They're not a come from behind, or they're not built yet to be a come from behind team. Going to be taken at the 5, up to the 10, looking for a block. Turn, Duffy spins, gets taken down at the 22-yard line. So we'll see if we take 2 knees and go in at halftime here on SportsNetUSA.net.
I don't think you can.
Take 2 knees?
No, with no timeouts in 35 seconds. Do you really want to go down 14, or are you hoping you can get something going?
I'm already down 14.
Yeah, you're down 14, so you take 2 knees, you're down 14, they get the ball back.
I don't want to be down 21.
You're down 14.
Yeah, okay, we'll see. 35 seconds to go. Schmidt goes back, has time, flings it up into no man's land, should have been picked, and my prediction of 21 would have been in the books.
But it's not. So, incomplete pass, second down and 10.
Wow.
Like you said earlier, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah, I saw Ryan Osborn look at me and go, "Oh man's a prognosticator," or he's just a grumpy old man. One of the two.
There you go.
Schmidt gets ready. Almost. Hornets will run it. Bakapuna straight up the middle, refuses to go down. Should get the sticks. First time you stop the clock. Clock should stop as they move the chains. I wasn't watching that, was I? Once again, I'm not watching.
Oh, it's going to be a run. I hope not.
They're going deep.
No, they are deep to the locker room.
And that's going to be it. As we come to the end of the first half, it's the Eagles 28, the Hornets 14 on SportsNetUSA.net.
And here at halftime on SportsNetUSA.net, Mark Corey, I'll take it from here as we get set for the half. And when you take a look at Fullerton College, of course, we're going to give you some of the halftime stats if we can get them in just a few moments. But as always, what we do is we go across the state of California to analyze what is going on, not just with teams in Fullerton College Conference, but also across California in terms of exactly what Corey and Mark are talking about. Are there any favorites? Are there any teams that you can look at and say, hey, you know what? This is going to be a team that you can look forward to to possibly be even in the state playoff or final. Well, the way that you determine that is by taking a look at how each of the top 5, top 10 teams match up against each other. And before we get to the out-of-town scoreboard, what we always like to do is go over the rankings. So we'll get to the rankings in just a couple of moments as we remind you that so far our score currently is 28-14 as we head to the half between they would have liked. As Mark mentioned earlier in that first quarter, it starts off Fullerton College with a 3-and-out. Then they get a punt blocked, and it gets returned all the way back to inside the Fullerton 20. One play later, Mount San Jacinto was not only in the end zone, but they were announcing themselves against Fullerton College. Fullerton would then get another 3-and-out, and Mount San Jacinto would capitalize just about 4 plays later. Fullerton College, of course, would get one back as they had a Toby Schmidt run for a touchdown to the far side of the end zone, and then Fullerton would get the punt return for a touchdown by Kavion Bills. But after that point where Fullerton College swung all the momentum their way, all it took was a Logan Gonzalez deep throw from 57 yards away to get the momentum squarely back in favor of the Eagles. And with back-to-back scores, the Eagles have not only taken the lead, they are now up by 2 scores, 28-14. That is our current score at the half. Now, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard and the rankings. We start things off with the rankings as Mount San Antonio, the team that Casey Mazzota talked about before we came on to the broadcast and started things off. He said this was a team that was not only number 1 in the state, but they are proving so. A 3-0 record to this point going into today. So, of course, all these records will be going into this afternoon. But Mount Sac with a 3-0 record, and they not only took that top spot because of the San Mateo loss, but they have been pretty dominant in doing so throughout the entirety of the season to this point. So Mount San Jacinto, the Southern California team, takes the top spot. They're number 1. Butte slides in at number 2 with a 3-0 record. Previously, they were ranked number 4, but now they have strung together a couple of wins over top 15 opponents, including one that Corey mentioned earlier. They beat Modesto earlier today, who comes up right after them in the rankings. So entering today, it was Butte and Modesto, 2 and 3. Butte beats the number 3 team directly behind them, and you can most assure yourself that they will not only stay in the top 2, but they might even sneak in at number 1 due to that impressive victory over top of the number 3 team in the state of California and a team that many people have in their top 6 in the nation. So that was a huge pickup for Butte, and they will stay not only just in the top 2, they might take number 1 coming up next week. Fresno City College is 3-0 entering today, number 4 in the rankings, and San Diego Mesa. San Diego Mesa is an interesting look because you look at San Diego Mesa, you remember a few years ago this was a team that wasn't in Fullerton College's division. They weren't in their conference. All of a sudden they get a couple statement victories the first time that they get pulled up. And over the last few years they've kind of bounced back and forth between winning record and good wins over big-time opponents and then not having the season that they would like. Well, it seems the pendulum has swung in their favor this season as San Diego Mesa with a 3-0 record entering today. We'll get more information on whether or not they improved on that coming up later on in just a couple of moments. But previously they were ranked number 8. They move up 3 spots, and they are the final undefeated team in the state of California in the National Conference. 3-0 was their record entering today, 332 points to their credit, and they finish off the top 5. Now, Riverside, of course, winning the state championship this last season, but not the national championship, thanks to the Fullerton College win in the final game of the regular season. But Riverside is has a 2-1 record. They end up losing last week, and that drops them down from number 5 down to number 6. Not too bad because they did lose to a top 10 team. But nonetheless, Riverside 2-1 with 331 points in the voting polls. They go from number 5 to number 6. Now, San Mateo has the biggest drop overall of the week. They go from number 1 all the way down to number 7. And the reason why that is because they ended up losing to Modesto City College this last week. If you look at San Mateo over the last year and a half, actually you can take it back 2 seasons. Remember, they were a dominant force 2 years ago. going all the way to the state championship, winning the state championship by more than 50 points over Riverside City College up at San Mateo. And they just blew through the entirety of the competition across the state of California, stayed as the #1 team from week 2 all the way through the end of the season, got a national championship. Then you flip it over to last season. Last season, they only have 1 loss in the regular season. They get all the way to the state championship for a rematch of the final from the previous year of San Mateo and Riverside. They play Riverside at Riverside, and this time they end up losing. If you go more than 2 calendar years with only 2 losses combined, that's a fantastic record. You're in the state final twice. You win your first state and national championship. That's a lot to your credit. San Mateo also entered this last week 2-0. So you keep stacking those wins. They go 13-0 the previous season. Then you go 11-2 last year. Now you're looking at 24 wins. Add 2 more. That's 26 wins. 26-2 in a little over 2 calendar years. That is a fantastic record. However, they face a Modesto team that has only a total of 8 losses over their past 4 combined seasons. And of those 8 losses, 4 have been against San Mateo. Well, that changed this last week, as San Mateo ends up losing a 1-score game to Modesto, and it causes San Mateo to go from #1 in the state of California all the way down to #7. So they drop 6 spots. They're #7. Golden West with a 2-1 record, a team that a lot of people looked at and said they're going to be an easy slot in as the at-large bid in this division and this conference. They end up stumbling last week. They move from #3 down to #8. That's a 5-spot drop. Ventura goes from #10 to #9. They move up 1 spot with a win last week. And Fullerton, of course, enters tonight with a 10 spot. They are the #10 team in the state of California, moving up from #12 up to #10, thanks to that 44-3 victory over top of East LA. So 2-1, that's where your Fullerton College Hornets enter today at the #10 spot. Rounding out the top 20 is Canyons and Diablo Valley, Bakersfield and American River and Citrus. It's interesting to hear those names, American River and Citrus, sitting at 14 and 15. Remember, 2 years ago, Citrus had that undefeated season. They had the longest winning streak in the state of California at one point. Then last year, they win most of their games, but end up dropping 3. Well, Citrus continues to put up some impressive wins. They are 2-1 this season entering Saturday. Now, American River, of course, always a perennial favorite in the state of California to get to the state final. Well, things are going to change just a little bit as they have a 1-2 overall record. They have back-to-back losses after an opening week win, and American River drops from the top 5 spot that they held after week #1 all the way down to #14. Citrus, of course, as we just mentioned, right behind them, Allen Hancock, Foothill, and College of the Sequoias, along with Saddleback and Moore Park, and then Mount San Jacinto, #21. That is your 1 through 20 plus 1, as Mount San Jacinto, of course, is #21. Now, if you're looking at it from Mount San Jacinto's point of view, one of the big things that you'll see here is the fact that they are 2-1. Right now, they are leading Fullerton College, who is in the top 10, 28-14, going into the third quarter and entering this halftime. You're thinking to yourself, okay, this is a Mount San Jacinto team that has 2 impressive wins, 1 over Citrus, and their only loss so far is to Mount Sac, who is #1 in not only the state of California, but top 2 in the nation overall. So you're thinking, okay, this is the #21 ranked team. How far are they going to go up if they continue the way that they're going with Fullerton College and having that lead over top of the Hornets currently at the half? To be determined, as Mark and Corey will have more of the play-by-play coming up in just a little bit. To round out the top 25, Cerritos is tied with Sacramento City College. El Camino and Sierra are both there. For Sacramento City College, that is their first appearance in the top 25 in a couple of seasons, and it is good to see that team back in the top 25 and back in the rankings. Also receiving votes, Santa Rosa, Chaffee, Pasadena City College, and De Anza just sitting outside of the top 25 with 21, 20, and 19 points respectively to each of those 3 to 4 teams. So that finishes up the out-of-town rankings across the state of California. Now we go to the out-of-town scoreboard. How do those rankings affect how things are currently going across the state? We start things off with the finals that took place here in Southern California, and then we'll get to more of those top 5, top 10 matchups. LA Valley and West LA. West LA gets their first win of the season as they beat a previously 2-0 LA Valley. 38-21, the final, as West LA is able to get themselves a 17-point win over top of LA Valley. Riverside 52, Palomar 14. That is a final as Riverside City College is going to finish with an emphatic victory over top of Palomar. Palomar drops to 1-3. Riverside rises up to 3-1 this season. So that's going to help them in their own division. And the Fullerton College side of things, they're going to have to pay attention to that the rest of the way. Butte and Modesto, 34-14. Butte with the win over top of Modesto. We talked about it earlier. That is a matchup between number 2 and number 3. Butte, 34-14. That's not just saying that they beat Modesto. They had a big win, an enthusiastic win if you are a Butte fan, and they are 4-0 and possibly fighting for that number 1 spot in the state of Canyons and Santa Barbara. The score as a final, it is Canyons 30, Santa Barbara 23. Santa Barbara has had some issues with overall being shorthanded to start off the season, and they currently sit at 1-3. Canyons goes up to 3-1 after the loss last week and the win over top of Fullerton College. Santa Rosa, of course, as we mentioned, also getting votes in the state, just sitting out the top 25. 49-21 over top of San Joaquin Delta. They've got a 4-score victory to their credit. De Anza and Coalinga, 37-24, the final, as De Anza finds themselves with a 4-0 overall record. That is why they were also receiving votes. It'll be interesting to see whether or not they get themselves into the top 25 as a result of that victory. Diablo Valley and Sacramento City. We were just talking about how Sacramento City was oh so close to staying in the top 25 after being in the rankings for the first time in quite a while. Well, Diablo Valley finds themselves with a shutout win, 21-9. The final, as Diablo Valley goes to 3-1, Sacramento City College a 2-2 score. So Diablo Valley last week wins by nearly 50 points, and this week they get themselves a shutout. They have had back-to-back weeks of very nice success if you are a Diablo Valley Viking fan. American River and San Mateo, the final. San Mateo continues, or I should say gets themselves back into the win column as San Mateo 17, American River 14. The final, San Mateo with a couple of touchdowns in the first and second quarter, and then they added a field goal at the end of the fourth quarter to get the win. San Jose and Redwoods. Redwoods 30-21, a win over San Jose. They get 2 scores in the end of the fourth to get themselves the win there. A 9-point difference, Redwoods over top of San Jose. Chabot 37-7 over top of Gavilan College. Chabot goes to 3-1 in the American Conference. They are sitting pretty well. 28 points in the first quarter. That was the entire story in that one as Chabot took over and Gavilan was just never able to get back into it. Santa Ana College and Santa Monica. Santa Ana continues winning in their conference. Santa Ana 3-1 now as they win it 34-20. They had 14 points in the second, 14 points in the fourth, and 28 points combined in those 2 quarters. 34-20, a final there, a 2-score victory, 14-point difference. Siskiyous and Yuba, that one was never close. 50-18, Siskiyous with a big-time win over top of Yuba. San Francisco ends up dropping their 4th straight matchup, which is really impressive to see, as Fresno City College has a 21-7 win over top of San Francisco. And remember, San Francisco's coach went to Diablo Valley College, who is now 3-1 for the first time in the last 10 years. San Francisco is 0-4 to start off their season. Fresno City College now has a 4-0 record, 21-7. Fresno City with the win over top of San Francisco, and it will end up being a big boost in the top 5 for Fresno City. Now, Those are the finals so far in the state of California. That brings us to what's currently going on across the state. And when you start things off in Southern California, you've got to go to Victor Valley and Pasadena City College. Pasadena City College 45-7, the current score with 7:49 left to go in the fourth. And they have a big-time lead over top of Victor Valley. San Diego Mesa is going to get themselves another win if the score should hold. They were at the half against Grossmont, hosting Grossmont, 34-14, a 20-point difference between those two sides, as San Diego Mesa is trying to keep themselves in the top 5 and maybe even creep a little bit closer after that loss by Modesto earlier today. Long Beach City College ends up getting a forfeit from San Bernardino Valley, so that finishes as a 1-0 lead for Long Beach, or I should say a 1-0 forfeit win for Long Beach, and they will improve their record. Chaffey and LA Southwest are at the half. Chaffey 19, LA Southwest 14, as LA Southwest has a couple of touchdowns in the second quarter there. Golden West and East LA, it is a 50th anniversary celebration over at East LA of the 1974 National and State Championship for the East LA College Huskies. Well, unfortunately, Golden West has gone over to East LA and decided they want to spoil the party. 28-0, Golden West with the lead over top of East LA. That is the score just underway in the third quarter there. Saddleback and Southwestern, that's going to be a score that Fullerton College wants to watch the rest of the way. Saddleback 17, Southwestern 13. 14-11 left to go in the third. They are just underway coming out of the half. El Camino and Moore Park, it is El Camino currently up by 18, a 3-score matchup against Moore Park. 38-20 is the score at the half there. Ventura hosting Allen Hancock in a pretty even-sized matchup between those two teams. 21-21 coming out of the half between those two. Allen Hancock ended up losing to Mount Sac last week at home. Speaking of Mount Sac, they have all they can handle at the moment as they are playing Citrus, hosting Citrus, and only up by 1 score over the Citrus Owls. So that will be intriguing to watch the rest of the way. We will have continual updates as we keep things rolling. To round out Southern California, it is Cerritos 21, Orange Coast 7, as that starts off the third quarter of play. As we get set to bring it back to the play-by-play and color commentary for the Fullerton College Hornets, guys, I bring it over to you, Corey and Mark. You look at Fullerton College in that first half, a tale of 3 different time zones. The first time zone was the Eastern time zone, where Fullerton College was giving up points and they weren't able to settle into the game. They move over to the Central time zone and Fullerton gets 14 points back in a hurry, but now they're right back to the East Coast and they give up some more.
Yeah, you know, I think the big thing that you look at when you look at Fullerton College and what they're doing, Corey Neyland, is, you know, we had the pleasure of talking to a couple coaches out here. I don't necessarily agree with what they told me. When things work, I get real frustrated when it feels like a team goes away from it. And that's what we looked like happened to your Fullerton College Hornets when they went away from something. But let's make sure we get a lot of love to the Eagles from San Jacinto, because they came back and played a heck of a first part of a game, lapsed in the middle part of the first half, or maybe Fullerton just played that much better, and then regrouped. And when you're trying to build a program, you're trying to make that program be one of the young up-and-coming programs around the area, that's what you want to see from your team, even if you don't win. Show me spontaneity. Show me the way, stick-to-itiveness, a Corey Neyland word, that we've seen. And we've seen that from the Eagles today. Now it's up to this young Hornet team. And let us not forget, this is a very young football team. New head coaches, new offensive coordinators, new people in new positions. So everybody is learning on the Hornet side. Okay, it is a on-the-job training for everybody as a Hornet player, a Hornet coach, and a Hornet fan. We've gotten very much in love with always winning, and we forgot about, we've been around for a lot of years, Corey Neyland. where we had to work to win football games, and all of a sudden those days have come back here to Fullerton College, and it's very uncomfortable for a lot of us that have been here for a long time to all of a sudden realize we've got to go back to work for what we've done. Ryan Osborn set you up so we actually have a picture down on the field, or are we sitting there with that picture up on the screen for the rest of this game till Ryan gets back?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll see if that's what happens here on Sportsnet USA. That's okay, you know? Hey, we're the Hornet broadcast team, so whatever happens, happens. So, you know, and we'll see if that happens here in the second half. That if the offense can get it go, Mount San Jacinto will end up getting the ball to start this second half, and they are up by 14. They've got 30 minutes to go. The Hornets have to find, I already used your term once, stick-to-itiveness in this game. And Corey, I know the coaches disagreed with me when I said, hey, if it works, why do you get away? Well, you need to realize, no, as a fan, I don't need to realize. As a fan, I need to say, hey, that worked. How come you quit doing it? And, you know, if I'm making money, I'm not going to leave that job and go work for the poor man job and say, why am I not making money anymore? Let's see if the Hornets can rediscover getting that as we get ready to start a second half of exciting community college football here on Sportsnet USA.net, where the Eagles are up by 14 over the Hornets here on Sportsnet USA.net. Taken at the 5. Looking to get a block to the outside. Turns the corner at the 20. Down there, taken down at the 30-yard line on a nice return by Sams. So Dante Sams brings it up 30 yards in the return. Couldn't find any stats, Mr. Neyland, is what I was looking for. Asked a couple people, hey, do I get stats? And they said, I don't know. And that was the answer I got for stats here. So as Ryan Osborn comes trotting back, hair blown in the wind. You know, it must be nice to still have hair that blows in the wind instead of hair blowing off the head when you're in the wind, as it's going to get marked all the way back to the 25. Ryan, here's the big thing. The Hornets need to find something early in this second half.
Yeah, Mark, and they've got to find it personally. I believe they have to find it in the squad that has given them momentum in each of the last 5 years. They've got to find it in their defense.
Gonzalez goes back, flips it over here on a delayed screen up to 30, gain of 5. Nice little call, nice flip to Clemens for a gain of 5 out of the backfield. Second down and 5 at the 30 for the Eagles. So they knew they were going to come out aggressive defensively. That's what they did. They worked on that. Koapana goes way out to the far side of the field. Had the last touchdown for the Eagles. Like that little 5'7" speed burner. Logan Gonzalez in at quarterback. Wang comes in tight. Apana goes in motion from right to left. They run, counter that direction. Defense is all over. Whistle should blow. Would be a loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down and 6. He was singing downstairs too. I thought we were going to do a Broadway duet with each other. Brian Crooks has got to see his defense step up and make a stop to start this second half. Logan Gonzalez brings him out. Quickly, the far side of the field is going to be Wang. Ponta to the near side of the field. Starts him in motion from left to right. Clemens still in the backfield. Hornets coming. Trying to go deep. Flag on the play. Caught. Pulled down. Reception.
Sams.
And there should be on the far side of the field is a flag. You said holding?
Sams one more time with the reception.
Oh, okay.
Far side usually means offsides.
Offsides on the Hornets, so the play will stand. Guys, you know, you look at Logan Gonzalez, who averages almost 280 yards, 300 yards a game at 276. He puts every ball on the money where the receivers can catch that football.
He's had good accuracy tonight. And again, giving his receivers a chance to catch the ball. It was good coverage, but just better play.
Wing to the left, Apana and Sams far out to the right. Hand it off. Delay in the middle of the field. Turn to the corner, trying to stay on his feet. Nice run there by Clemens. Jamarcus Clemens now is the running back for the Eagles.
Now, what would be dangerous if they got a running game going in the second half with the 14-point lead.
They're in field goal range already. Supposedly a team that couldn't run the football is starting to do that. Lacone goes out to the far right. Second down and 5 for the Eagles. Apana goes in motion from left to right. Stops halfway. Nobody follows him. They come up. A little delay. Counter going over the corner. Money. Incomplete pass. Good defense by the Hornets as they tried to thread the needle to Jackson Wing.
And Meredith on the coverage one more time. They bring him over. And it was a good throw, but better defense. So on the play to Sams, good throw, better offense, good defense. This time, good throw, offense is good, but there was better defense.
Brings up a third down and 5. Lacone goes out far to the right. Kretz goes with it. Pana goes in motion from left to right. Here comes up the middle. Little delay across the middle. Should be down to the 20. First down on a drag, almost like a drag route.
That was a pick. Now that was a pick route. And that was a pick. That was the one time that flag should have been thrown, but it wasn't. But again, good execution. Again, they don't throw the flag. It's not a penalty.
First down and 10 at the 20. Trying to get a 21-point lead on the Hornets to feel comfortable. Defense has not stopped the passing game all night long. Didn't get stats. I don't know what this young man has in the game, but he's close to what he averages. Gonzalez goes back. Delay. Quick little thing to Apana. This time he gets hit. Taken down at the 20. Loss of 1 on the play.
And that's Meredith one more time. Meredith has got 6 tackles tonight out of De La Salle High School. From up north, comes down south.
So it's going to bring up a second down and 10. They put him back to the line of scrimmage. Pana goes out wide to the right. Kristen Retz goes out with him. Clement still in at running back. Gonzalez at quarterback. Apana goes from left to right. Pump fake. Drop of the shoulder. Flip. Back shoulder. Catch. First down. Drops with the shoulder. Pump fakes with the shoulder. Freezes the defensive back. Finds the man open.
And what it does, when you throw that pump fake in the up and out and go, whatever you want to call it, you're usually looking for the receiver to go deep down the field and get past the safeties. What the Eagles have done all game long is they do that pump, but they just go 5 more yards and stop with that back, if you want to call it a back shoulder, right before the safety so they can get a reception. And there are no live stats.
Jamarcus Clemens in the backfield. First and goal from the 2. Clemens goes from the right to the left side to add power that direction. We get timeout on the field with 10 to go, and the Eagles once again are at the kitchen door. They're up by 14. It's the Eagles 28, the Hornets 14. Here on Sportsnet, USA.net.
And this is a possession for the Fullerton defense that we don't think is bad. They've been playing solid, more like they haven't had to make a play. And being that young team, they played assignment football. The problem is Mount San Jacinto is just clicking and executing better. They're executing and making those plays, and they haven't been out of position yet on defense. They've just been executing plays on offense like a well-oiled machine, and that's the reason why they're going to score again.
Oh, okay, Ryan Osborn, you heard that explanation. Do you agree with it?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Concise reporting here on Sportsnet USA.net. Ryan, Corey, the old guy.
But
Looking
Mark,
at the Hornets going down by 21.
just going to that, how many times this season have we heard exactly what the coaches have been talking to us about play out right onto the field, almost to the T?
Yeah, it's exactly what they told us was going to happen. They are who they think they are.
Let them off the hook.
A little pitch around the corner, in, shoved out of bounds.
And that's Giovanni Welch. No, excuse me, not Jelani Welch. That's Jalen Hanford out of Warren Township who makes the stop.
Second down and goal for the Eagles. Okay, I'll call it. Gonzalez in for a touchdown. He's going to catch the ball, step back, take one step back, take off running. He's going to go straight up the middle, score a touchdown. That's my call.
Nah, that's too easy. I ain't giving you that one.
Okay. Come on, Logan. I'm with you, baby. Make me look like an expert. Second and goal. Logan looks things over, goes, I like that call, Mr. Pavlovich. I go the other direction. Throw it over the corner. Oh, could have been, should have been. 97 yards.
Could have been.
Oh, I should have been.
Antoine Johnson did a nice job of getting his hands on the ball. Would have been his second pick. But the offense, I believe, was at the tight end. It was the tight end who came out of the backfield, grabbed him as he put his hands on the ball and made a defensive play on offense.
That would have woke up the crowd again for the Hornets.
That
97 yards the other direction.
Very heavy package in for Mount San Jacinto.
See, if they'd have run the play I would have called, it would have been touchdown.
It would have been a loss of 5.
Oh, please. Just because you guys are slow. Pitch over the middle, almost picked again as they give it to the running back. He stops. Jump shot over the middle, almost into the arms of a Hornet.
And Antoine got away with a kind of a hold. And when I mean kind of a hold, he put down the guy's left arm. And who was the receiver? Looks out of the backfield.
Was that Clemens?
No, it was Daniel Mendoza who came out of the backfield.
So they'll spot the ball and try to make it a 17-point lead. You know, this is where I disagree.
Koa Apana is the holder.
I would go for it, guys. I would really go for it. Yes, I would. Kick is up.
Missed it.
And the kick is no good.
And that's exactly why you go for it from inside the 3-yard line.
Makes me look like a general.
No, you make it. See, I wouldn't have gone for it because
I would've.
almost picked at the 1. Almost picked in the end zone.
But look what they ran, Corey. And we hear it all the time. Coaches get too cute.
And when he stepped back and was on the rollout, he was already 5 yards back. And the defense was there.
Too cute.
The defense was there in the backfield all 3 times. You kick the field goal, and you go try to put 3 points on the board. If it's a pick 6, if he fumbles, we saw it last week, a fumble at the half-yard line.
So the Hornet defense makes the stop to start this half. Mad Max in a quarterback.
Max.
So Mad Max is in a quarterback. Max Martin in at quarterback. Second down and 7. Run to the near side. Caught in the backfield. Smothered by a beautiful defensive play. Corey, those 5 defensive linemen for Casey are fast and great tacklers.
Deshaun Brooks, his 6th tackle of the evening. And again, we are the live stats now. So that's 6 for Deshaun Brooks and 2 tackles for loss.
Max Martin in at quarterback. Logan Lester to the near side of the field. Vaca Puna in at running back. 3rd down and 11 at the 20. Martin steps up, gets drugged down from behind. It'll bring up 4th down. So, they came out, made a stop defensively. The offense could not move the ball. Big kick. Signaled for a fair catch right at the 43. So that's where the Eagles will start. As we use half this 3rd quarter, the Eagles are up by 14. It's the Eagles 28, the Hornets 14, here on Sportsnet, USA.net.
And the reason why that's a tough one there, Mark, to go 3 and out in that situation is because your defense just got you a big stop. They're able to force that missed field goal, and it just wasn't able to get yourself the momentum that you would like on the other side.
So we'll see if the Eagles can come out. Defense needs to find a little bit of magic, Ryan Osborn, someplace along the way.
I think what you need, Mark, is a takeaway.
Yeah, exactly. Logan Gonzalez back in. Mendoza at running back. Why not give it to him? It tries to get to the right side. Can't do it. It's going to be stopped on the play. Loss of 1 for the Eagles.
Sean Malcolm, Paul Boyce, 2 of the 3 Hornets, along with Damian Bergueno.
And we know Casey Mizzota would like to run the ball for a while to use up clock. 2nd down 11. Right there at the 41. Defense trying to make a stop. They're trailing by 14. They were in this position. They're looking to make a pick. Sams goes far out to the right. Apana goes in motion from left to right. Gonzalez looks over things. Goes back. No pressure up the middle. He'll take off running himself. Flips it. All by himself. Sams catches it. 1st down for the Eagles.
Daniel Kletcher is caught in no person's land because he's at the 50. Gonzalez can run, but the problem was Sams was right behind him. His corner, his help was 5 yards off Sams. Nowhere to go. You either pick up 7 or 10 or you throw for 10. Either way, you're close to a 1st down.
You see the wiseness there, too, of Gonzalez because he waits for the guy to commit. He waits for Kletcher to take a step up before delivering it over top.
Clemens in at running back for the Eagles. Gonzalez at quarterback. 1st down and 10. At the 43, they hand it off to Clemens. Comes off left tackle, finds a hole, stays on his feet, gets down to 39. Gain of 5 on the play.
And there's going to be a late hit.
By whom?
It looked like it was going to be against San Jacinto. Maybe a crackback block.
So we'll wait to see what the white hat tells us. Personal foul against the Hornets.
Okay, so he was blocked into him. So Antoine Johnson picks up the personal foul as he pushes him off into the play.
6:02 to go. The Eagles trying to expand their lead. They were just down there at the doorstep. They got told, no thank you, not today. Let's see if it happens twice in a row. Gonzalez sends them in motion. Runs out to the right, looking to throw. Flips it over there. Down low, they're going to call it a reception right at the 17-yard line. Just short of moving the chain.
And Fullerton's gone to a zone defense now. And so, again, they went man-to-man, but the defensive backs tried to do too much. and didn't play assignment football. On that last possession, they did. Now they're going zone, trying to make Logan Gonzalez, give him a different look, make him think. But Gonzalez says, ain't no thing. We're in a groove. We're in a rhythm. And if they get down there this time, it's 4-down territory for the Eagles.
This side of the field is going to be Jackson Wing. He's been quiet. He's already got a touchdown in this game. Run a delay straight up the middle. Clemens doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4.
And again, they're trying to go with that honest run game. We don't have much, but we're going to keep you honest with that threat.
Down to 4:40. They're using a lot of time in this 3rd quarter. If they can get touchdown number 3, that could seal the deal. Quick. The receivers come in. Apana comes in. Kurtz comes in. Wang comes in. Hornets try to counter. Clock's ticking down. Game clock at 8. Gonzalez looks things over. 3rd down and 4. Goes back. Middle of the field. Wide open. Collision. Incomplete pass.
And that's, again, Bryant Meredith. One more time. The receiver, Sam's, dropped into the middle of the zone. Logan Gonzalez fed him right there. But Bryant says, no.
And they decide, okay, let's go for it on 4th down. Corey Neyland likes this call. Spread out the offense out. 5 wide. Here they come. Up the middle. Flips it over there. Turn, catch it, 1st down.
Just a solid play of recognition. One team had recognition on that 4th and 4. Another team did not have recognition on the 4th and 4. Team that had that recognition, 1st and 10.
So Gonzalez brings them out. Steadily, mechanically. A march down the field for the Eagles. Fly, Eagle, fly. Hand it off to Clemens. Clemens gets through the hole, climbs through there for about a yard on the play. Gonzalez says, hey, reel it in, bring them all in. Let's change everything out. Sam comes out of the game, into the game. Bajamila. So, the big guy. Haven't heard a lot from him tonight. Mendoza back in at running back. Gonzalez at quarterback. 2nd down. Run a counter. Going over the corner, just overshoots the receiver. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Tick, tick, tick. This entire quarter has belonged to the Eagles offensively.
Yes. Receiver slips down on the route. Tried to do a post corner. Did the post, slipped on the corner.
3rd down and 7. They can get a 1st. Big 3rd down. Hornets creeping up. Here they come. Up the middle. We're going to get a whistle, so it should be a timeout. Let's see if that's what it was. Illegal procedure, Ryan?
I think he had motion on the offensive line.
Ryan got it called. So let's move him back 5 yards. So that moves him back. 2:58 to go. The Eagles 28, the Hornets 14 here on SportsNetUSA.net. Spurt by the Eagles. The Hornets come back and go ahead. The Eagles come back and take the lead, and that's where we're right now with 2:58 to go. It's been back and forth. The Eagles trying to open up that lead on a big 3rd and 12. Hornets drop back. They go with 4 guys. Cross the middle. Picked down the field. That time they're looking at it. Going through. It's all the way back. 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, all the way down. Touchdown, Hornets.
Antoine Johnson Jr., 100 yards for the 6 and the pick. That's what you needed in this ball game. Ryan Osborn called for it. You needed a big play, and they got it.
Didn't he look like he was running at the end there? Man, I'm getting tired. Please don't catch me.
See, he ran like the broadcast. Me in the first part, Ryan in the second part, Mark at the last part.
And all of us with wings the whole way down.
Corey, now, the way I saw it, maybe I'm wrong, so this is why I'm asking you. It looked like he left his man because he knew where the ball was going.
Yes, and he read that perfectly because there was an inside route, 5 and under to try to get it and move the ball up the field, and there was another route into the end zone.
Yes.
And the problem was with Gonzalez, what he saw was the open person in the end zone. Antoine Johnson played perfect safety, ranged over. The one time reading the eyes paid dividends, makes that interception at the goal line and gets Fullerton back into the ball game. And let's hope the official's okay. He went down trying to run with the play.
So, okay, guys, we did talk. Ryan, we were on the field and we said, you need a turnover. It got said while you and I were down the field. You and I were talking about Corey Neyland trying to rip the equipment off the table. He's so excited. And you and I both said, you need a turnover. We were talking to the coaches, and you need a big special plays team. They've got them both.
And you know what, Mark, the one coach that we talked to where you looked at him and he said, hey, you need something to happen in the special teams. And you know what? Today would be a great day to return an interception. And that coach looked at you and said both are going to happen today.
Yeah, and okay, Ryan, but here, let's go to the flip side. Let me be negative right here. You got it, but now you've got to do something with the momentum.
Well, I mean, Mark, not only do you get that big play, but you also have to look at it this way. This wasn't Fullerton going on offense, walking down the field, and giving their defense a chance to rest. Mark, thanks to the pick six, their defense will be right back on the field. So they've already had to defend nearly 70 yards of the field and have to come right back out there and do it again within 3 minutes of doing so. So if you're looking at it from Fullerton's perspective, it's fantastic. You get that interception return for a touchdown. It gives you momentum, and it's exactly what you needed. However, you have to rely on your defense instantaneously once again.
Yeah, and they've been out there, the way I've seen it, guys, they've
The
been
whole
out
third
there
quarter.
the whole third quarter.
Whole third quarter.
Except for 3 plays.
But you don't mind it at this time because now they have momentum. Now they're figuring out that offense. Mateo Lacone from Vista Murrieta is back with Lamprey.
And that was the 3rd interception thrown this year.
And Mark, going back to last week, we saw 3 different pooch kicks by Fullerton College, one earlier in this day. But because of how well the offense for Mount San Jacinto has been rolling, you can't put that in your pocket and do so the rest of this matchup. So it takes away something that Fullerton has done on special teams because of how well the offense has done for Mount San Jacinto. You have to take that yardage away from them.
Yeah, I kick this deep, and hopefully everybody covers well. I don't give them the ball at the 35 if I can help it. They do kick it deep. It's going to be at the 3. This is where you need to make that stop. Go to the outside. We've got a flag. That's a hold, and that should move them back and make Mount San Jacinto at least go a lot of yards.
One on the near side, one on the far side.
So we've got 2 flags on the field with 2:34 to go. As special teams and defense have come up big today for your Fullerton College Hornets.
2 touchdowns today.
So we'll see who the calls are against. Mount San Jacinto acts like they're against them both.
3 fouls on the play. Half fouls, 14. By the return team. Penalty is half the distance.
So 3 holds.
Yeah, all against Mount San Jacinto. And so with 2:34 to go, well, every time it seems, guys, let's be realistic. If you're a Hornet fan at home, you're going, guys, you know what? I need to go back and open up the bottle and pour myself. This has been, if you think it's nerve-wracking at home, you ought to be here on sportsnetusa.net. Gonzalez comes back out. See if they'll run the ball. See if they'll settle things down that way. Brian Crook's trying to counter. Gonzalez comes back, throws out in the flat, throws it to sure-handed. Don't be throwing an elbow up high. And Corey, you saw that. No flag on the play.
Gavin Stewart is one of those players who needs to stop, because that's a couple times where it could be called. Fans want the call. Officials do not call it. Zuniga, Hadley, Bergueno, and Harvey up front. Welch, Charpentier are the linebackers. Gamage, Thaddeus, Justin Jones, and Bryant Meredith is the nickel package. Welch out, Malcolm in.
Ponte in the slot on the right side. Gonzalez at quarterback. Gain of 7 on the last play. 2nd down and 3. Gonzalez goes back. Hornets come at the middle. Throw it away. Pressure makes him throw it too quickly.
He was looking for Wang again. If it's on the money, it would have been a first down.
3rd down and 3 at the 14. 1:41 to go. 7-point game. 100-yard interception. Gets the Hornets back in the game here. Ponte goes in motion from left to right. Gonzalez looks. Linebackers are coming. Straight up the middle. 11-man blitz. Ponte gets it. Can they stop him? They do. Brings up 4th down.
And Gonzalez comes up gingerly.
A solid tackle because that little guy is elusive for the Eagles. Big defensive play. Mr. Osborn, you said they had to make a stop. They make the stop with 1:15 to go in the 4th quarter right around the corner.
And it's exactly what you've looked at for the last few years for Fullerton. You need something electric to happen, you rely on that defense. You need to swing momentum, you rely on Brian Crook's defense.
Well, let's tie the game right here as we get ready for this punt on sportsnetusa.net. High snap, deep punt, back pedal at the 40. Dances the outside, goes down, trips, falls at the 38. As the turf monster, Casey Mazzotto puts up the voodoo on the Hornets and drags them down on the field.
Looked like a punt of almost 52 yards. Excellent hang time, excellent coverage.
So we come out.
Watch the tight end on this series, Mark. David Wagner, number 80. And they have Elvis.
Yeah, Bakapunas in. So it's the Wildcat.
It's the
formation.
power. It's the single wing.
Corey doesn't like that word that I use. He's often said it. 1st down and 10. Bakapuna says, throw me a block. Cuts back the middle. Stays on his feet. Bakapuna gains 7 on the play. They get back up there quickly. 35 seconds to go.
It's the 87 public enemy power move, Mark.
Once again, out to the far left. That's Max Martin that goes out there and lines up. The quarterback is far side of the field on this play. Stands there as a receiver. Bakapuna says, take me down again. I'll stay on his feet. He does. Across the 45 to the 40, just short of the 46. And that's going to bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. As we come to the end of the 3rd quarter, well, it's the Eagles 28, the Hornets 21, here on sportsnetusa.net. Ryan, Corey, and myself want to thank all of you for staying with us on this very exciting community college football game here on sportsnetusa.net. Guys, we didn't think any different between Casey Mazzotto, a former defensive coordinator with this Fullerton College team, and of course, Brian Crooks and Phil Austin, the current co-head coaches for this Fullerton College team here on SportsNetUSA.net. The winner gets, whoever wins this game should feel like they're in a comfortable position,
No.
a good position?
No, they should just feel good about the win.
Okay. And Ryan, you looked at all the other teams and where they were standing. No mystery upsets were working while you were going through that? Because Corey and I disappeared for a second.
No mystery upsets this week, but it is intriguing to see that score that Corey mentioned earlier. Butte over top of Modesto, number 2 versus number 3 in the state of California. 2 top 6 teams in the nation overall. Modesto's only losses in the last 3 years have been to San Mateo and Butte.
Back at quarterback. Power formation, I formation. Max Martin under center. We get motion against the Hornets. And they were going to run a power. Oh, you're going to say straight up the middle? I thought they were going to basically run around the corner.
No, they was running power.
Yeah.
Because you saw Hayden Frazier move that right guard. It was going right behind him.
So Max Martin stays in the game at quarterback. Bacapuna at running back. Aiden Bravo to the near side of the field. 3rd down and 7 for the Hornets at the 40. Trailing by 7 as we start the 4th quarter here on Sportsnet. Here they come. Bacapuna does it go. Max Martin runs, flips it, throws. Incomplete pass.
Excellent defense by Mount San Jacinto. Outstanding defense, because that was a designed run all the way to get to the outside. Team captain Jonas Sellers read it, field. Martin had nowhere to go. They got to punt it away.
So the Eagles step up like they needed to do. Up by 7 with 14:53 to go. Looking for their own magic in a return. High floater. Defense is there. Ball is signaled for a fair catch. Down at the 20-yard line.
And the long snapper got tangled up, and that's where the flag is thrown. That's Isaac Mejia from Fullerton. Flag thrown at the 41-yard line. 36-yard line. It looks like it's going to back the Eagles up.
The kick. Holding. 13 or 16.
So that's going to move them back 10 yards. So with 14:45 to go, the nail biter continues, or baiter continues, whichever way you want to look at it. Gabby Neyland concentrating hard for a Hornet victory behind us. Gabby's got her hand and her forehead going, I'm rooting for the Hornets. Logan Gonzalez says, Gabby, root for us. We're up by 7. Here from San Jacinto. As we start this 4th quarter. 7-point game. Gonzalez goes back. Going deep down the middle of the field. And he overshoots his receiver. And Corey, Dante Sams just runs a route sometimes that nobody can stay up with him.
He just outran the coverage. Bryant Meredith had good coverage up to the 35-yard line. Ball was thrown to the 52. Get it? No, to the 48. And it was just a little bit overthrown.
2nd down and 10 for the Eagles. Gonzalez comes out. Kurt's on one side. Sam's on the other side. Once again, goes back. Once again, going to run the same thing there. Caught and knocked down. Easy stroll to paradise. Touchdown. And Corey Neyland, Jackson Wang says, young man, get the heck out of my way.
90 yards. We seen a 100-yard interception return. We see a 90-yard pitch and catch. Caught it at the 45-yard line. Bryant Meredith, outstanding coverage. Better throw. Better catch.
Better hit.
Gavin Stewart, if you wrap up, young man, you make the tackle instead of launching yourself at somebody who's 6'2", 200. You can't knock him down, and he jaunts the rest of the way for 6.
So every time it feels like the Hornets are back in the game, Casey Mazzotta's Eagles says, no, I don't really think so. And we're going to get motion against the Eagles.
And gentlemen, if you notice, though, there's been no hesitation to slow it down from the Eagles. There's been no hesitation to let's go for it on that side of the ball.
Yeah, but the name of their game, if you look at their stats, if you watch them on field, they're a throwing football team.
Yeah, they're a throwing football team, but not like this.
But the Hornets have already let you know that if you try to slow it down and you can't, even if you keep it for 13, we can get back in the game. So you got to, as cliche as this is, you got to outscore them. You can't just outweight them.
No, but that's the thing. They're not playing the normal MO for what football has been lately.
Which is?
I've got a lead. Let's try to run the clock. Let's try to run the ball. Let's try to just make something happen on first down wise. Mount San Jacinto is realizing, let's go at them. Let's go ahead and get that jugular and knock them out.
And Ryan Osborn, for as good as defense has been, where we've talked about it, they've given up 35 points.
They have, but you also look at the big plays, too. They have 4 different plays for over 50 yards.
Better offense is beating good defense. Yeah, there's been some bad defense, but better offense is beating good defense.
Deep kick. Taken at the 7, straight up the middle. Looking for a turn. Sidesteps. Drugged down. Mugged at the 21 with 14:19 to go. Well, let's see if the Hornets can respond.
Let's keep the cliche train going.
Okay.
Uncle Mo has definitely switched sides because it was all on Fullerton's side with that pick. It was all on Fullerton's side with the defense. And Uncle Mo said, let's go ahead and switch back to the red. And now they've got it on offense and defense, and let's see if Fullerton can respond. Still a long time to play in this one.
Better defense always beats better offense.
No,
so
it doesn't.
If you got a better defensive team, you'll win the game.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
No,
it
it doesn't.
Yeah,
No,
it
it
does.
doesn't.
Oh, please. Max Martin goes back, flings it over here, taken out of the air. Gain of 4 on the play. High throw. Martin gets it. Receiver says, wait a minute, I think my back was dislocated.
Bevenu makes the catch.
He does, and he's holding on to his back like, now he's sort of walking like Mr. Pavlovich. I'm sort of wondering if he did get hurt.
So they call it defensive hold, and that was on Dominic Alcaraz. So Alcaraz, that penalty creates a first down.
So Max Martin in at quarterback. Beveno makes the catch on that. Jared Peters in at running back. First down and 10 at the 31 for your Hornets. Max goes back. Step, throw, caught, wrestle. Out of bounds at the 40. Gain of 8 on the play.
Miles Brown out muscles, boxes out the defender, makes the catch as the defender was all over him. Good strong throw by Martin.
Martin looks over the sideline. Hornets line up quickly. Logan Lester comes in near side of the field. Second down and 2. Straight up the middle. Peter sidesteps. Gain down 2. Outside. Bounces off the hole. Didn't call him down. They're going to mark him down right at the 44. They move the chains. Hornets trying to answer. 13:31 to go. Trailing by 14.
And what'll be interesting is the free substitutions by the Eagles. That defense is not going to get tired.
Beveno comes in near side of the field. Martin still there. Peters still at the running back. Jared Peters now in there for the Hornets. Martin comes up. 2-step drop. Going deep. overthrows the receiver into three-man coverage.
And here's where you're going to see that same play, but a variation. You have Desmond Duffy coming up in the middle through the seams. You just sneak out Jared Peters, fake like you're going to throw that block and just sneak out to the 50, pick up that ball, and maybe pick up a first down and more.
And you're watching Max Martin taking 2 steps back, Corey planting and throwing. Martin takes the delay, goes out, throws it back, going back the other direction to Peters. Peters down, stays on his feet all the way down to 30. Max goes to his left, was going to run it, couldn't go anyplace, rolls back to his right, throws it to Peters that's out in the flat. First down. Corey looks at me like, what the heck was that
That was the
play?
ugliest play I've ever seen. It worked.
They go back, hurry up offense, going deep. Max going for the corner, knocked away, defensive play, flag against what looked. Ryan Osborn shaking his head yes on the play.
Is it on DJ Henry or was it on the safety against Desmond Duffy?
That's the question. I thought it should be on the safety because he's forcing him out of bounds and not allowing him to regain
I'd
the
like to
inside
play
of
on the
field.
outside. If they're going to call it, it should be on Duffy.
Holding off number 77. Pass interference, defense. Plays will offset. Play second down.
See, I don't have any problem with the play on the outside. That's just good defense, forcing him out of bounds without pushing him out of bounds. If you're going to call pass interference, Desmond Duffy over the middle, Frank Father, I believe that was Frank Father, who had to push on him.
But we had 2 penalties. They were offsetting. So neither team hurt on that play. Nice throw by Max Martin down there. They come back. Mark Martin throws out in the flat. Peters got a sidestep. Too much speed by the Eagles. They catch him. 12:39 left in the fourth quarter. It's going to be a loss of 5. Hornets have to get on the board.
Greg Jackson makes the stop. And again, side to side is not going to do it against the Eagles team. Like you said, too much speed. You got to get down the field and exploit the middle now. You still have enough time to exploit the middle.
Aiden Bravo, near side of the field. Bill's with him. Bakapuna straight up the middle. Bakapuna gets caught on the outside, spins, gain of 2. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 11. Bravo heads for the sideline, so they exchange receivers. Bevenu comes in, near side of the field. Bakapuna stays in at running back. Martin at quarterback. Eagles look like they're coming. They're coming. Martin throws it across the middle, turns. No flag. Good defense.
And that's Deshaun Brooks from his linebacker position getting back in coverage and deflecting the ball away.
So the Hornets have to give it up.
And they're trying to work the middle of the field, which is nice. But again, with 2 downs to go and you're down by 14 points in 11-26, it's 4th and 13. Let's try to pick up 8 and 9 down the field on 3rd down, and then 4th and short makes it more manageable.
So a short field. No real pressure. Little kick off the side of the foot. It's going to bounce at the 10, goes backwards, finally down at the 16. There's 11 minutes and 15 seconds. And the last time we saw the Eagles have the football, they ate up yardage as people would end up eating boneless wings when they're eating dinner during the night. That's a lot of yardage, baby.
It was 2 plays.
The entire third quarter, they ate that up. If it wasn't for one play by the Hornets, it wouldn't be within 7. Game would be over by now.
It's 14.
What are you watching? Besides Gabby. Eagles come out. Want one more. Going deep. Cross the middle of the field. Picked at the 30. 20. Can you get in? All the way down. Touchdown Hornets.
Ethan Charpentier with the pick six, the second of the game. And that defense dropping into coverage, playing assignment football. The young puppies got it done on that one. But again, that play worked all the first half. All the first half, that same play was open in the middle. If Charpentier is not there, that's 6 the other way. But an outstanding play by the freshman who leads the team in tackles, now has his first pick and his first touchdown of the season.
11:04 to go. Well, I'll tell you, if you don't think community college sports are worth the nickel, then you've never come out to watch a community college game at all.
And I'm sorry, Ethan's a sophomore. Excuse me.
Off the top of my head, the last time I remember 2 pick sixes, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Corey, last year at Canyons, first half, they had one on the very first drive, and I believe they had one in the second quarter. Before that, Moore Park, when they had the shutout in 2017.
I don't remember the second pick last year, pick six. I only remember the first.
You know what? Actually, it was a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
There you go. Okay.
Ryan, you should have asked me because I'd have said, yep. So Hornets put it up and through, and it's now the Eagles 35, the Hornets 28 here on Sportsnet, USA.net.
We have had
what year was that?
2017 against Moore Park?
Okay, I was going to say,
that was the shutout.
Yeah, okay.
We've got Corey's age up on the board, 63 points.
We have had 5 extra point attempts. All 5 have had, at minimum, 1 flag.
You know, the person I was sitting next to had 5 extra wings during dinner.
I had 10.
And personal foul. Against the Eagles, so assessed.
Charpentier gets into the end zone like a little extra honey barbecue right there.
Ethan, when you see us on the field and practice next week, tell us your last name.
11:04. Well, you know what? Neither one of these teams wanted anybody to go home, so they said, "Hey, let's play it close."
No.
End.
They didn't care about us going home. They didn't want us going home unhappy. This has been an exciting ball game. It's been good.
It's been fun, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been good for both teams. It's been bad for both teams.
It's kept you in the game. Let's put it that way. You haven't gone and said, "All right, let's go home." See, you know what? I thought he was going to pull everything off the table again. So let's see what the Eagles can do. 63 points put up in this game today here on Sportsnet, USA.net. It has been a fun one. Squib kick down the middle of the field. High hop taken right there. And the defense comes in and drops them at the 15. Last time something like this happened, the Eagles went down the field quickly.
Yeah, they scored in 2 plays and 90 yards. And it's nice to see Des Palomalu back in the ball game after he was injured earlier. He's back and made that tackle. So let's see if that defense has it in them again. They've scored 2 touchdowns and a special teams touchdown. That's right.
They come out. Logan Gonzalez now has thrown 2 touchdowns for opposite. 2 touchdowns for himself, 2 touchdowns for the opposition. Here in the second half. Says, I'm not going to quit. Try to go for a pick. Miss and a turn. Drug out of bounds. And Corey, I am so impressed with that young man, Jackson Wang, that anything that's close, he sucks it in like a vacuum.
And Mo Gamage, you got the momentum. Make the tackle. You don't go for the pick, especially with a strong arm quarterback like that.
First down and 10, all the way up to the 43-yard line. Run a play. Clemens caught in the backfield. He's going to be down the play. They let him go. No gain. It's going to bring up a second down and 12. We're at the 10-24 mark here in the fourth quarter.
Chris and Chef on the stop.
So as good as Logan Gonzalez has been, can I say he made a couple of mistakes, or were they just really good defensive plays?
I'm going to say the defensive play was outstanding.
Okay. 2nd down and 12 for the Eagles. Logan says, thank you, Corey Neyland. Watch this one. Hornets come up, play man-to-man. Here comes the pressure. Throws across the middle of the field. On the money. And Corey Neyland, exactly, as nobody wants to tackle anybody, as Dante Sam says, let me throw up my hands, put the ball right into him, and I'll keep going.
And just like that, the young guys on defense react to the man behind the line of scrimmage and not the receiver.
Eagles come up quickly. 9:32. Running up the middle. Gain of 5 on the play.
And again, 2 miscues on defense. And credit Logan Gonzalez for keep going to that side, to keep going to that same play. They're not running anything different.
And he trusts his receivers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the thing. Even if he throws a pick, he doesn't say, oh, I'm afraid to throw the ball. He knows his receivers are going to get open for him, and they do that. Logan says, hey, back up. I'm feeling good. Logan fakes it, rolls out, says, I'm going to throw it. He does. Drop. It's going to bring up a 3rd down, and he has a man open.
And the thing is, it's funny. The defensive backs all reacted deep in the end zone and left Bajabiamila
Underneath.
Yes.
3rd down and 5.
So it's lucky Chris Harvey was in the backfield to make him, make a bad throw.
Huge play here in the 4th quarter with 8:38 to go. 4th and 5. Hornets look like they're coming off the edge. Straight up the middle. Throw it into the flat. Caught. Dropped. 4th down. Beautiful defense by the Hornets.
Antoine Johnson Jr. is having an outstanding game.
So if you're Casey Mazzotti, you keep your quarterback on the field?
Yes.
And the reason being is because your kickers missed 2 field goals today.
And
one from over 50 and one from under 30.
Okay, I thought that was going to be an extra point. Yeah, okay. That was a field goal.
Yeah.
4th and a long 5 could be the game.
Now watch the quarterback up the middle run.
Hornets sell out. Cross the middle. Incomplete. The defense stops the Eagles. Pressure up the middle. Ryan Osborn flinched when the ball was thrown. Would you stick a hand out and knock it down?
Well, Mark, you look at the defense, and it's like you said. They got the pressure, and he wasn't able to set and make the throw that he wanted to. He initially goes to his set, wants to float it over towards the left because he has the guy going towards the sideline. But because of the pressure right in his face, he has to get rid of it quicker than he'd like, and that's why that ball goes to the floor.
Vakapuna in at running back. Max Martin at quarterback. 1st down and 10 for the Hornets at the 20. 80 yards to tie the game. 7 minutes to go. Run it off with Horn. Turns the corner. Down the field. Sidesteps. Couldn't stay on his feet at the 40. If he plants a foot, zoom. Corey Neyland says no. Ryan Osborn says yes.
I'd say he'd have an extra 15 to it.
Yeah, he good tackle and slip up. Caught him on the shin, brought him down. Excellent lead block by Jordan Gatewood. 8-6 is the tight end. Outstanding lead.
Justin Honore and Vakapuna stay in the backfield. They hand it off to Vakapuna. Vakapuna said, I'll go the other direction. I'll just pick up 7. 2nd down and 3. 7:16 to go in the 4th quarter. Hornets trying to march down the field for a possible tie.
And Gatewood is giving them an opportunity to run the ball, an extra blocker out there. Now you have the opportunity, maybe not this play, maybe a play soon, sneak him out on a pass route.
Honore and Vakapuna in the backfield with Martin. 2nd down and 3 for the Hornets. Right at the 46-yard line. They come around the other side. Bakapuna stays on his feet. Corey Neyland says, I saw a flag, it's coming back.
Mikado Walker brought down Jonas Sellers. So it's going to negate the first down.
Offense number 56.
Now, you remember that formation that they had on that first run by Justin Honore? Now you come back to that formation. Play action pass to Honore. Jordan Gatewood, who led the proceedings on the first down run, slip him out for a good completion.
2nd down and 12, 6:32 to go. They sneak up. Max runs it straight up the middle, up to the 40. It brings up a 3rd down and 9 for the Hornets. Getting a little air's getting thin up here on the 3rd level.
Beautiful stadium.
It is. It's a beautiful home for the Mount San Jacinto Eagles. Play of the game? Well, not play of the game, play of the moment.
Play of the moment, yes. Because you know, Mark, it's one play at a time.
Ball gets flipped up, never gets to the quarterback. Turnover. San Jacinto should have this game locked.
Excruciating play that occurred for the Hornets. And just that luck that you needed if you're the Eagles. So let's see if they try to salt it away in the final 5:44.
So we'll see what happens. Big turnover for the Hornets. Can they make a stop here? First down. Run it to the outside. Come up, make an initial tackle. Got to stop him. Stop after a gain up to the 35. Keep the clock running. We're at 5:33.
Thaddeus Red quickly was first in there along with Caleb Smith.
35-28, Mount San Jacinto. It's been a comeback game for both teams. Every time it looks like they're down and out, they come back. Every time somebody ties it, the other team comes back. It has been the comeback game of the year for both these teams.
Can't come back if you're in the lead.
You can come back if they catch you. Run up the middle again. This time, drop for a loss. 3rd down. Move it back 2 more yards.
If they catch you and take the lead.
And to be fair, and to Mark's credit, Fullerton did have 14-13.
Yes, they were in the lead. Were you here? Oh, no, you weren't. I'm sorry.
It's not a comeback.
It's a comeback.
That's a take the lead. That's not a comeback. Comeback is you're down 35-21. You tie it up at 35, then you take the lead. That's a comeback.
Now, comeback is when you get ready to leave the table. You come back and order dessert when everybody else is ready to go. That's a comeback. 3rd down. 8. Showstopper. Timeout. Casey Mazzotta said, yes, showstopper. Somebody should call a timeout on the field. Delay of game. Wow. Let's move it back. 5. Okay.
I don't think it matters.
Now, you don't? You think game's over?
No, I don't think it matters if you lose 5 yards or not.
Yeah.
You're still going to go. Jackson Wang, well over 100 yards in this ball game, close to 200 yards in this ball game. He's matched up on the near side, number 3.
Sams is on the far side. 3rd down and 13. Apana goes in motion from right to left. They come with 5. Up the middle. Quarterback rolls. Looking deep. Throws it up. Have to go down. Knocked down. Incomplete pass.
Bryant Meredith there. He's had a strong game. Get beat a few times, but he's made the big play there. Antoine Johnson was chasing as well. They ran that same will type of route earlier in the ball game. This time Fullerton was ready.
Casey Mazzotta did not like the call. He walked on the field down here and said, "You got to throw the flag."
And the thing is,
They haven't thrown anything on close play.
they've been letting them play for the most part, yeah.
So, I mean, it's been that way for both teams tonight. Floater down there, get away from the ball, lets it bounce backwards. It's going to be down at the 15. Well, guys, it comes down to 3 minutes, 29 seconds, where we'll either all stop for a donut or say, let's just go home. They're walking in the coach's booth. They're looking at the glass back at us. Corey, Ryan, Gabby, and the old guy, happy to bring in this game tonight. This has been an exciting community college game here tonight on Sportsnet, USA.net.
And we haven't seen Toby Schmidt in the second half.
No, Max Martin back out at quarterback. Max has played well at quarterback. Straight dive play up the middle, no gain.
Bring back my tight end. Desmond Duffy over the middle. He had a step on Frank Father before. Frank Father's also had a solid game on defense.
Loss of one on the play. They come on the corner. Almost come off too early. Martin back. Has to throw it now. Throws it at the 20. Need to make a turn. Ride him. Stepped out of bounds. Let's see where they mark him out. They're going to give him a nice spot over there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Really good spot. Logan Lester, strong legs.
2:47 to go in this game. 2 down territory. No reason to give it up. So you got 2 chances. Got to make a solid play here. Go back. Across the middle. Throws it behind the receiver. This is the part of the game that you either move on or it's all over for the Hornets.
And Mark, he just didn't have his feet set. He's still backpedaling when he lets that go. That's why it goes behind him.
Elvis Vakapuna is the up back, is one of the up people for the Hornets.
So they call for a fair catch. And the defense with 2:23 to go has to make some sort of miracle play.
Now you look at it, Mark, I mean, we've talked about the defense for the last 5 years. You've got to rely on them to get that big play for you. This is their opportunity. Yes, you've got 2:23, but if you are able to go out there, not only stop them, but if you can manage a takeaway, now you've got excellent field position. It all starts with not giving up a first down.
And there's a handoff one more time to Mendoza, picking up positive yardage. And the Hornets stop him after 3, almost 4. And timeout Hornets. That's their first used of the second half. So Hornets trying to play field position, trying to play the clock with 3 timeouts. If you hold them and make them punt,
you're going to get the ball at the 5.
You've got an opportunity to make a big play because your defense and your punt return team has already made a big play in this ball game. So the opportunity is there as long as you stop them on defense. Now, Matt San Jacinto on the opposite side, yes, they want to run the clock. But that hasn't been their MO tonight.
I leak a receiver out and go deep.
Like we said earlier, I'm taking a heart and I'm trying to go down the field.
Yeah, I'm going to cite Corey. You've talked about it where they slide somebody out and they basically use a scrape play or a pick play. Scrape somebody on the edge.
Yeah,
Get them free.
Because your defense is saying they ain't scored but one on us.
Yeah, you know. Second down and 7. If they get a first, it's over. Go around, sweep to the right side. Defense stops up. It's going to be a gain of 1. Timeout, 3rd down and 5 with 2:11 to go. This is where now you fake that dive play. We haven't seen the quarterback bootleg it once.
Yeah, we have. Down at the goal line.
Well, that's okay. I was going to say in this half.
Yeah, it has. That was this half at the goal line.
Corey Neyland went away. Corey, what happened to your sound? Somebody must have stepped on your headset.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay.
Yeah, gee. Little kid apologized for doing that to you. 3rd down and a long 5.5. Gonzalez at quarterback. Clemens at running back. 1-on-1 on this corner. Watch for the tight end leaking out. Run it back. Bootlegs around. He goes down. Timeout Hornets. And Corey, he slips when he goes down.
And what you were going to see, Mark?
Bootlegging it.
No, yeah, and the tight end was leaking out.
Leaking out, yeah.
Fullerton got away with a hold. Because when you go back to watch the replay of the game, you'll see the tight end leaking out.
Was there a grab?
A little bit of a grab. So it was good defense if there's no flag call thrown. And I think that was the play to try to get a first down.
So 2 minutes to go. 35-28. Okay. Ryan Osborn, if for some reason the Hornets score a touchdown, going for 2?
No. I think you just end up tying up this game. Granted, I'm more of a conservative play caller, but nonetheless, yes.
Corey Neyland, when you come back, because that little kid's not touching your knob again, I wouldn't let him, but
if for some reason they score a touchdown, you kick the extra point.
You do? Okay, all right. Standing at the 30. 2 minutes to go here on Sportsnet. US high snap. Hornet, they almost block it. Look up, fair catch call for at the 33. 1:54 to go. And there's a flag. There's a flag. Back away if you're a Hornet. That
Why?
should be against.
No, they shouldn't throw the flag.
Why not? Whistles were blown.
They were both going at it.
So do you call offsetting penalties?
No, I pick up the flag.
You can't pick up the flag. Everybody will freak out if you do that. I call offsetting penalties. Dead ball foul, penalties.
Maybe I caught it at the end.
Personal foul. 32 on the kicking team. Personal foul.
Told you. Offsetting penalties. Then you as a referee did your job. Nobody can say you were picking one side over another.
That's not what Brian Crooks is saying.
Oh, I know that's not what Brian Crooks is saying.
Maybe I caught it at the end.
Spot where the ball is where the receiver caught the ball on a fair catch. Let's go.
So Brian
The
and
play
Phil
was-
want an explanation.
Yeah, the play was called dead. Something might have been said, which we don't know, and the kid from San Jacinto threw the Hornet player on the ground. I think the official said, like you said, Corey, why'd you throw the flag? Well, let's call it on both of them. no matter what. 1:54 to go. The Hornets need to get in the end zone to tie this game. Max Martin goes back, flings it over here. Incomplete pass to Vakapuna. 2nd down and 10 from the 32.
With 1 timeout and 1:50 remaining, they're going to have to use the middle of the field. They're going to have to hold their tight end for 2 beats and then leak them out. The middle will be wide open.
2nd down and 10. Martin comes out. Vakapuna at running back.
Or even if it's Elvis, hold him for a beat and leak him out.
Xavier Hicks in the slot, near side of the field. Quentin Henry with him. Davion Bell. Max goes back. Sidestep. There's a flag. Goes back, throws it, caught. Flag on this side of the field.
And so hold everything.
It's against the Hornets.
Five players in the offensive back. 5 players.
Now if you're Brian Crooks, you start getting upset. Because you go, you didn't give me the call. Now at the end of the game, you're calling things on me. Move it back 5 yards. 1:43 to go. 2nd down and 15. Max Martin had a little dancing feet on that one. Max tries to get him to jump. They don't. Martin goes up. Martin gets smothered.
Play is long developing. That allows Vincent Perryman to get into the backfield and bring Martin down. Perryman's out of Chaparral High School. Again, long developing play. You need yardage to move down. It was 2nd down or was that 3rd down? It was second down at the time. So now you got 2 downs to get about 15. No, it's not 15 yards.
20.
To get about 20 yards. And so you need 2 plays, one to the first down marker, to the
Original
line of scrimmage marker, and then you need another play to the first down marker. That should have happened on the 2nd down play where you get yardage and move. Again, defense comes up and makes a big play. The Eagles defense has been doing this all evening.
So Max Martin gets sacked all the way back down to the 18. 1:34 to go. It's Mount San Jacinto, the Eagles, 35. Fullerton College, the Hornets, 28 here on Sportsnet, USA.net. 3rd down and about 23 for a first. Big crowd here at San Jacinto trying to cheer their team home. Wind the clock. Picked. Game over.
DJ Henry, outstanding pick. DJ Bryant makes the pick. And you got to wonder, Mark, Vincent Perryman got into the backfield, but he did a Deacon Jones head slap to the helmet. Wasn't called. Max Martin forces one, going to his left, throwing with his right. DJ Bryant says, it's time to go home. Let's get us our big 3rd win of the season.
So the Eagles will come and take a knee with 1:25 to go, and this game will come to an end. The Hornets played valiant football, came up just a little short tonight here on Sportsnet, USA.net, and the Eagles soared, to say the least, when they came out and played a heck of a game offensively and found no reason to ever feel like they were in doubt to win here at Mount San Jacinto. To Casey Mazzotta, to the staff here at Mount San Jacinto, to Chris, who welcomed us with open arms when we showed up, Ryan Osborn. We cannot thank you enough for the kindness you showed us tonight. Thank you. To everybody who's an Eagle fan, Casey's got this team going in the right way with this machine. Looking good tonight. For Brian Crooks, Phil Austin, the young men for Fullerton laid it out on the line and came up just a nickel short. As Mount San Jacinto comes away with a victory, 35-28. For Ryan Osborn, Corey Neyland, and the old guy, want to thank you for watching your Hornets tonight as they lose a tough one to the Eagles, 35-28 on SportsNetUSA.net.